Oh my god. I'm dying. It's a great way to start. Having a coughing fit. Holy shit. You know what I also didn't do? I got snacks and stuff for this, but I forgot to get my drink. Hold on. Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Wait a gosh darn damn minute. Okay. Now I'm good. I forgot the snacks. I've got the drink. I'm ready for the sheet. Okay. It's gonna be a relaxing Saturday night. I'm gonna love it. That's fantastic. Okay. Yes, clean. Better work. Alright. So I don't know what to watch first. I kinda wanna start off with the Hagmaxxing. That might be a good point to start, I think.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the
Wait, girl, hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, go.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and 2 kids is dying.
Damn!
And the zoomer-coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different. Hagmaxxing.
The cougar epidemic.
In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term Hagmaxxing.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old?
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
Good evening.
Right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle. He's Hagmaxxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what? I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon.
We love that.
Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing? Or is it a symptom of broader societal issues?
Well,
why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces?
Wait a minute. Did she just say young whippersnappers? Okay, I love her. I'm in love.
Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holzgern. Holzgern is a young Austrian company that creates uniquely crafted watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women. Personally, I'm a huge fan of their men's watch collection, like the solar-powered watch.
Girl, love you, don't love the
watches.
watches.
Now, this term Hagmaxxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the Hagmaxxers, Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this
it's the same way for women, too. Flip the script, it's the same thing.
doesn't actually exist. It was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was.
Of
but
course.
the meme did spark a massive conversation and debate about Hagmaxxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it.
Oh no.
Motherless behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not Hagmaxxing.
Is it really?
Hunting.
In my question, is it really like mommy issues? Is it really mommy issues? Cause like, if you see an older attractive lady, like you wanna like hop on, like, am I wrong? Like, I appreciate attractive older ladies, like, come on.
And it's an art. Please don't misappropriate my fetishes,
Bruh.
giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16 waiting for a
Speaking about kinks, is the volume good for you guys? Do you want it louder? I don't know if it's loud enough.
20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol. Okay, officer. I'm gonna
Damn.
throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills.
Hello.
Drizzle, drizzle. Young hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been Hagmaxxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class. I am going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself. I want to be a Hagmaxer, lol. Any female taker, XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh nice, it must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait a minute!
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term Hagmaxxing is very popular in the Vtuber community. Now, I don't have much interest.
Sweetie. She said the word. No. She's. Damn it. We're getting called out, guys.
In the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot.
We love you, Queen. You'll never see this, but I love you. She's fabulous. I'm in love, and we're only 9 minutes into this, and I'm in love with this woman.
Of interest. Should I do a video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day?
Yes.
That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that.
Please.
Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rate. One woman stated, women
By the way, no one answered me. Can you guys hear the video? Is it good? Can someone say yes or no?
age seems to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine
thank you.
an
Thank you
article
for
like this
answering my question.
with the genders reversed?
Thank you.
I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z
some of
men
that
are on
drizzle
the rise. Our analysis of age
Bruh.
hypergamy reveals the pragmatic
nasty
underpinning of
shit.
these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same
That's
is true
true.
for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options.
Yep.
For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
If you're an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennial women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like,
I mean, that's kind of I feel like that's the whole shit that we live in and now. Like, that's how we have to look at shit. And it's so bad.
yes, queen, that Zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive.
Yes,
It's not
queen.
like those podcast
Yes.
bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them
Hear me out.
that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering.
Okay,
Genius.
I'm gonna put in my 2 cents with this. Some people, when they're not in relationships, if they don't have somebody, sleeping around and like seeing different people and like not having the same partner helps some people. I will say that. I will put my 2 cents into that. It does help some people, because that's how some people like forget about shit. It helps.
Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the Hagmaxxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in
Holy
recent
hell, what the
rom-coms?
fuck is this?
I'm old enough to be your
We're
mother,
watching
sighs
a
Anne
queen
Hathaway as she
and her
passionately
opinion.
entwines with
And we love
Amazon's
her
new
opinion.
heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't Hagmax with Anne Hathaway?
Right?
Forward young man you are.
What a forward young man you are. We love Anne Hathaway. Fuck.
My goodness.
This
Hi,
phenomenon
Queen.
is a groundbreaking shift, considering
see myself
Hollywood's
out.
reputation for
You suck.
perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes, celebrating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering with younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's
How
wife,
old am I?
Brigitte
I'm
Macron,
27.
is almost 25
So,
years older than her
basically
husband.
there.
They met when he was 15, and she was his high school teacher. Wait,
Oh my god.
that is not good. There should be a stigma against that.
What?
What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that.
No!
What am I reading?
No,
I'm
you
37 and my boyfriend
my
is 23.
God.
I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years.
The thing is, everyone's entitled to whom they want and who they want in their life. I like live your best life, do whatever you want. Love that. But the thing is, personally for me, I don't get how someone could date somebody younger. Like a good like 5, like significantly younger, like 5, I don't know, 5, 8 years. Would be weird. It would be weird. You would have nothing in common. Like, nothing in common. Now, someone who's like a year younger than you, if there's like a couple months difference, then it's fine. But, like, I'm 27. If whoever I was with was like, I don't know, 23 or 24, it would be weird. But it's not weird if I was the dude and I was 27 and then the girl was 23 or 24. It's fucking weird.
I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need
As
my
you
man
should
to
not.
have a good
You
job.
don't need a man.
We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're getting it.
Go
You know,
off.
honestly, good for this. Wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. Oh,
wait.
no.
So they
We
met
older
when you
women
were
aren't
17?
men haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older
I'm
women is called
infertile.
Hagmaxxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No. It's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back
Actually,
the term
not
hag.
technically. Depending on what year their birth was, they could have been 17. If they were born at, like, what is it? I'm born at the end of the year, so that would apply to me, too.
Hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the
Yeah, I know.
predatory one?
Either way, it's still underage,
What?
but I just
You
want
guys
to make sure I'm
cannot win.
correct.
Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've
Not a
heard from the
hag.
hags. Now let's hear from the Hagmaxxers. Why are these young men dating older women?
Yeah,
I have
tell
mommy
us.
issues.
Tell us,
Oh,
Queen.
well, there has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish. Come on, there's gotta be another reason.
Come on.
Because Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part, older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car.
I mean, that is a good point. To a point. That is a good point to a point.
House, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience. I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because
That one
modern
had to be
Western
Canadian.
girls from 18 to 24.
He said he was 19, going to bars and stuff. He has to be Canadian, because I know in the States you have to be, like, what, 21? They have to be Canadian.
Are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her. I changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old.
Damn.
It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything.
I mean...
Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16, and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old. Ah yes, the elusive reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They are all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days.
Oh!
You're a meta Gen Z woman?
Bro, MySpace. Holy fuck. I was, like, very late to the MySpace game, but I remember. I was there.
Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure. You people are sick. No,
Okay. No. Where does she find these? Because these are so good. No denture adventure. I'ma say that to Nana Night one day. I'ma tell her. I'ma say no denture adventure. She has dentures. I'ma say no denture adventure.
I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like easy sex or gifts, or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men.
Yeah.
See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who is making more than her. But not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat and take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached. Unlimited breadsticks.
I fucking love her.
For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older men and younger women. But why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps
That's
who should
true.
be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies.
True.
Or at least it used to be. Well,
Yeah.
at least in our lizard brains.
True.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world is very confusing.
Yeah.
It turns out people are different than me. Now, let's be real, Hagmaxxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We can grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore.
No.
For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an article, fear-mongering.
Is that a thing? Do people fear that kids will go to climate change? Is that the thing? Because, like, where I live in Canada, people are pumping out kids here like crazy. And the only reason they're pumping out kids like crazy is to get that check from the government. Nobody here talks about the global warming shit. Everyone here just wants to get paid by the government. That's crazy. Like, I have a friend who has 5 kids. She's a year younger than me, so she's 26. She has 5 kids. She gets a check for each of those kids. And you know what she told me one day? She said, I want to get one more check so that my boyfriend doesn't have to work. That we can just stay home and get the checks and raise the kids. That's what she told me. The way my jaw hit the floor. My jaw dropped. But, like, nobody fucking talks about the climate change here. Nobody cares. At least where I live, nobody cares. Imagine learning that you were a paycheck baby. I feel so bad for her kids. But, like, that's the norm here. Not for me. Not my cup of tea. But that's the norm here.
Gen Z. Don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah. You have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford kids,
the fun part is we all pay for those.
Fertile woman
yeah,
even
that's
matter?
the other thing too. You're very correct in that. Is when I don't work now. Most of you guys know this. I don't work now. I can't work at the moment. But, like, when I worked, like, there's a portion of your check that goes towards that shit. This bitch has 5 kids. We're working so she and her mans doesn't have to. So they can get checks. That's how taxes work, yeah. And some places add more taxes on for that shit. So the more you fucking know.
Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those rotten eggs.
Ew. Oh, God.
Editor. Edit that out. Edit that out.
Your editor did not edit that out. Your editor.
But believe it or not, Hagmaxxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years, even. In fact, there was a very famous Hagmaxer in American history
Really?
who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And that Hagmaxer's name? Benjamin Franklin. No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of Hagmaxing.
No!
What's funny is, a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who Hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever. Benjamin Franklin really just said, The ass is still fat. Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American Hagmaxxer.
Yeah.
So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain.
Still juicy.
Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is.
Yeah.
All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them. And men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries,
I'm sorry, wait a minute, go back. 2 to 3 years is 69%. 4 to 5 years is 3.4%. Is 6 to 9 years 2.8%. I usually, when I date guys, I'm usually around like this. It's like 4 to 5, 6 to 9. That's my gaps. I've done this. This is terrible. This is a sweet spot. This is a good spot. 10 to 14 years, 1. 15 to 19 years, 0.3. Jesus. At least 20. Oh my god. Have you guys seen that lady and her men's on TikTok? She's like a very older lady. I think she's like 70 or 80. And then this dude's like very young. And like, he was like, I don't know if they were saying that she got pregnant or she was trying to get pregnant or something. But, like, I see them on my For You page sometimes, and it freaks me out.
In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more.
Damn.
And couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce.
Oh.
But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on.
Damn.
As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of Hagmaxxing? Have you ever Hagmaxxed? Would you Hagmaxx? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school. I am not married to a middle schooler. Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon.
So
her
husband's a Hagmaxxer, because I know you guys told me that she's married and she has a kid. So her husband's a Hagmaxxer then? What do we think, guys? Are you guys Hagmaxxers? Hagmaxxers?
A lot, and I appreciate it so much.
I love her. I'm loving this. Whoever told me to watch her videos today, you're my new best friend. I love her. I love her so much. Just to make sure we keep a level head, we have to watch the female. The what? I'm sorry, the what? She has so many. Back when I was 23, I dated a woman 38. How was it? Did you love or did you not love? Granny Max. Some grannies nowadays, some of them go to the gym so much, they look hot as fuck. Like, I am straight as fuck, but like, a lady who's older, who goes to the gym, like, they work. Like, they work. Okay, so we watched the Hagmaxxing one. What's another one? I can't remember what I was supposed to watch first, so I just picked the Hagmaxxing one. Top 500 ranked Hagmaxxing. Amazing YouTuber. Yeah, I'm loving her so far. Only one video and I'm in love with her. We chill at her apartment and eat chicken she cooked. Ooh, did she make really good chicken? Are Women Okay? And the new one is also good. Are Women Okay? What one's that one? How old is Are Women Okay one? Watch all of them? Well, we're gonna watch we're probably gonna watch all of them. Oh, it's this one. Are Women Okay? Okay, we'll watch that one next.
War.
Okay, girl, hold on. Let me make you bigger. Hold on.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And Raytheon.
War.
War is
What
a
is
terrible
it good
thing.
for?
This war has been happening for a very long time, from before most of us were born, and will be raging on after we're long gone. I'm of course talking about the gender war. Men versus women. For those of you who've been following me for the past year, you know of my ongoing research into the man question. From learning how to be a real man, if you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual. To judging men's living spaces, men will literally not buy a TV stand, but will have 2 mini fridges.
That's so true. That's so fucking true.
Examining their interesting dating rituals. Wish your toes were in my mouth right now. I mean, hey. And although this journey is far from over, I decided to take a break to focus on the fairer sex. That's right, the women. There are many things women love in this world. Flowers, chocolate, pumpkin spice lattes, cute animals, shopping, complaining and nagging. Am I right, fellas? But above all else,
we don't
women
complain.
Love posting their own L's.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situation.
She's me. She's me. The first few sentences she said, that's me.
Relationship with one of my exes. Last week I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me, and this year I have had chlamydia twice.
Okay, I can never say I've had chlamydia, so that's not true.
So I've been working on a pretty big video, and I thought it would be nice to take a little break and make some trash content, because I know you guys love the trash.
But I can relate to the younger cousin getting married and the credit card debt stuff. That's me.
And I feel like the last 2 videos were a little more serious than I usually am, so I feel like it's trash. So let us answer the question on everyone's mind. Are women okay? No.
No.
No, they are not.
No.
But before we get into this deep dive into the psyche of the modern woman, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Girl, love your videos. Don't. Sorry.
To subscribing to them on OnlyFans, to posting about their boyfriends cheating on them with their own mother.
Oh,
Women
I seen
love
that.
posting their own L's. I would know, despite rumors. I am a woman. Now, for the boomer demographic who watches me, who doesn't know what an L is, an L is a loss, and a W is a win. And for the Zoomer demographic that watches me, Gat, Ohio Rizzler.
This whamming's gonna break me.
When you try to be petty and request money
Ohio
from your ex and
Rizzler. I'ma
accidentally
say that
send
now.
it. Here's $100 for wasting my time and being a cheater. L. Absolute L. My ex-boyfriend is now gay, and my ex-girlfriend is now straight. All that p***y conversion therapy. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me in the process. No! Why did she think this would work? No. Life is not TV! You are not the main protagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie! Just remember the
fucking
time I went on
Hallmark,
the first
man.
date to the London Zoo, and at the gate he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would, at which point he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher, so I paid for my ticket and he went in for free.
Sorry, I had Okay.
I had to break up with him.
Ugh.
Our signs weren't compatible.
Our
Once again,
signs.
here we go. Astrology is racism for white women. I'm a Gemini. And
my Gemini doesn't associate with your Sagittarius. Your Sagittarius and my Leo aren't compatible with each other.
Fuck off. Who cares?
he told me not to flush when I peed at his house to save money, so I obliged until I went through his Discord and found pics of him drinking it. Oh no.
He was the Discord moderator.
him to the crib, cooked for him, gave him the sloppiest neck you can manifest in your mind, let him fold me like an origami bird, called him an Uber, then blocked him and never spoke to him again. I really beat him to the punch. We are learning the game too fast.
Oh my God.
Wow, you sure showed him.
Yeah, go,
when I
go.
broke up with a white boy and he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story. Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she'd show up to dates without makeup and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish. Oof. I don't know, I've always quickly shown the men I've dated what I look like without makeup because I figure if you don't love me at my naked-faced gremlin...
Or you could be like me, not wear makeup at all. That shit is fucking tiring to do.
Don't deserve me at my 2006 MySpace mid-e-girl. I wanted this
Would you
man
let your
to
hubby
vulnerable
fold
with me
you
for
like
so
an
long. He finally
origami
called me
bird?
yesterday and opened
Bro,
up,
I'm
but
not
the
that
second he started
flexible.
crying, I lost all interest in him quickly. Women be like, men need to show their emotions till a man shows their emotions. I told my husband not to buy me a Christmas present. I'm fuming that he actually isn't. Do not, I repeat, do not listen to women when they say this. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? No. Bullshit. Get them fries.
Yeah.
I will never forget this guy I was
Yeah.
seeing didn't text me back for 3 days. And when he finally texted me, I was like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I was just watching The Sopranos. When you were on your third...
for you guys in chat, if your woman or your partner ever says they don't want anything when you go out somewhere, fucking buy them something. Doesn't have to be something something fabulous. Could be a bar, bag of chips, fries, just something. Cause odds are that bitch is thinking in her head, I want it, but I don't want to tell him I want it. You fucking get it anyway.
kid and third baby daddy at 23. It's the hypersexual personality with a breeding kink.
This is her.
Me. Okay, for the last time, you do not have a breeding kink. That is called being a woman. It is not a...
My friend probably, I think she has a breeding kink with 5 kids, like, and she's 26. She only has a lot of, I shouldn't say this, but like she doesn't have she has high school, but she has the same thing I did. Our graduating class just automatically graduated us. So, like, she didn't go to college either, but, like, a lot of women don't go to college. But, I mean, she's got 5 kids! But anyway.
fetish. It came free with your genetics. Someone just asked my due date. I am not pregnant. A reminder, once again, that unless a woman tells you she is pregnant, please don't assume. It's really hurtful. Oh god, do not do this. I have seen this actually happen in real life.
Yeah,
the internet will
I
never
have
know
to.
when I'm pregnant, by the way. They'll just have to assume I'm eating good. I was talking to this guy I met on Tinder, having the best conversations while we sipped on our boba, but when he found out my body count was close to triple digits, the conversation got quiet. He ghosted me after and blocked my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Do all guys really care that much? Maybe I should start telling my dates that I'm a virgin instead. Yes, guys care that much. And not just guys, and especially triple digits.
Triple
if you're somebody who
digits?
takes sex seriously, and you think it's a special thing, or you're a virgin, or you yourself have a low body count, it's perfectly acceptable to care about body counts. But if you a hoe, or if you a man hoe, and you care about the other person's body count, you're a fucking hypocrite. But I feel like even if you are a hoe or a man hoe with like a 20-something body count, I feel like you could still judge someone who's in the triple digits. How do you even meet that many people? I don't even know 15 people. I'm gonna give this one a W.
I don't even know 5 people.
That's just impressive. When I got pulled over for speeding and the nice officer said I could just show him a picture of license instead because I forgot my wallet, and watched me scroll past multiple boob pictures and I couldn't tilt my phone the other way because my dad was in the other seat. Okay, there is nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than handing someone your phone to show them a picture.
No one touches my phone.
Okay, give it back. Because if they accidentally swipe, they're gonna be seeing your hentai horse futa.
Yeah. They're gonna be seeing my
Am I
Omega
right?
verses
Who
on my
among us
phone.
does not have that on their phone? I remember one time I was so obsessed with a boy that I found out his address, his mom and dad's number. I would call his mom, and when she answered, I would make up lies about him so he got his phone taken away so he didn't talk to other girls. I found his family members' names, how many times he moved houses, what schools he went to, found all his family photos, found all the girls he messed with so I could become friends with them. What's crazy is men will look at this and they'll be like, I could fix her. Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, I had a crush on-
You said that too! I can fix her. If y'all try to fix some crazy bitch like that, my god.
Listen to Grandma Night here. Listen.
Bitches like that, kick him to the curb! You can't fix what already is broke. Shattered into pieces. Literally.
on this guy, but he had a crush on this other girl, and I cried about it to my mom, and my mom was like, who cares? They're not gonna get married. And that made me feel better until I saw today that they did in fact get married. This reminds me when people are like, oh, like, don't worry, your school bully is gonna be fat and ugly in the future. No, my school bully is a fucking bodybuilder now. She could kick my ass.
You know what my school bully, my 2 school bullies, you know what they are? You know what they are now? One of them is married to, she's a lesbian, she's married. They have 3 dogs, and she's a pro hockey person. The other one makes me feel a little bit better about myself. She got into drugs, and now she's in rehab. Bitch. So I'm only happy with one of them. The other one's got a good fucking life.
It's important to remember that you were not the main character, and sometimes good things happen to people you do not like. And honestly, you're 27 years old. Time to move on from your 3rd grade crush. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less. I just ate an entire f***ing pizza.
Fuck you, Brian!
Oh, no. Do not do this. Do not spite eat to get back at someone calling you fat. You go to the gym and you get...
Sirens.
What is happening out there? Who is dying? The guy I really like ghosted me because I posted a TikTok about guys with piercings and he didn't have any. Honestly, kind of the man's L here. Women will often talk about what they're attracted to and what their type is, and they'll talk about like what men they find handsome, and like men who like that woman will like constantly obsessively compare themselves to those features and those people. They'll be discouraged because they don't look anything like them. Like maybe she likes blonde hair and maybe he has brown hair. But if she likes you, she will make an exception. And maybe she's attracted to things she didn't even know she was attracted to until she met you. Congratulations to the man who had matched with me the moment I told him I was a journalist. Keep it classy, Middle America. Also, guess whose name I'm running through the court records tonight? What a Chad. Do not date journos. You unmatched me on Tinder, so now I'm gonna run your name through the courts. Okay, psycho? Oh, of course she worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss. Women need to start using men for sex. Sleep with them and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Who wants to tell her? No, but really, not all men do that, so now you're just contributing to this cycle of abuse. Do not do this, woman L. My boyfriend said he was into BDSM, so he'd have me doing burpees, planking, wall sits, and push-ups. I was into it, and he said he loves watching girls get pushed to their physical and mental limits when they submit to him. Then after a few months of this, he admitted he was just trying to get me in better shape because he didn't like having sex with me as much as he did at my old weight. Should I be offended?
I would dropkick this motherfucker so fast.
Okay, this one is just funny. Wait, what are these ages? 18 and 29. My old weight? Me and my boyfriend were hanging a TV and I told him to just let me do it. And now there's 30 holes in the wall. How do I tell him I need him to do it? Let your man do man things. Men were built for war and hunting. And now they're stuck in cubicles for 8 hours a day doing Microsoft Excel. The least you could do is let a man hang a damn TV. I don't care if you can open the jar yourself. Give it to him. Men in captivity need to feel like they have a purpose. Or else
You really can't tell Mama Night that, because this bitch is upstairs now, taking apart boards and floorboards, and she's putting down flooring, and she's painting, while Papa Night's not here. Is the floor going to be straight? No. Is Papa Night gonna have to do it when he comes back in 2 weeks? Yep.
they die. Do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. These guys are told when a woman says no, that means no, and they're correct.
Yep.
So if you say no, you better f***ing mean no. Apparently, like a large percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore. The amount
Sorry
of
if you guys can hear my
TikToks I
chair
have
squeak,
seen
by the way, too.
of women secretly filming men hitting on them, and the men are not even being
foot keeps
creepy.
falling
They're being
asleep, so I
pretty
have to
normal.
keep
Maybe they're a
moving.
bit awkward. And the caption's like, "This creep was hitting on me. Whoa, how dare him?" Like, how do you think your parents met? How are people supposed to meet people nowadays? Tinder? Like, you can't just walk up to a girl or guy you think is cute anymore. You have to be swiping on them. I am afraid we have Me Too'd a little too close to the sun, and now the men are afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend
the
if he
men
wanted
can
to
find
rail
out,
me, and
we
he said
can
he was too
shapeshift.
tired.
They're going
So we
to
went
tell
bed,
the
and I
chat.
literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is. Is it her L because he didn't want to have sex with her?
Okay, wait. Repeat this out.
And now the
Repeat
men are
this?
afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to rail me, and he said he was too tired. So we went to bed, and I literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is. Is it her L because he didn't want to have sex with her? Or is it his L for being too lazy? Perhaps she lays there like a dead fish. I don't know.
You know what? I will give men credit, though. Because I watched a comedian, not Matt Rife, the other one. I can't remember his name. But he mentioned the motion that men have to do. And then women said, "Go faster!" It's tiring. Like, I get it. I get it.
Maybe just work out your issues in private. Why is this even on TikTok? Wait, no, on second thought, do not work them out in private. This is great
welcome to
content.
the fam.
Please do keep posting. I got asked on a date today, and I blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling me. Listen, there is a reason women are so indecisive about things, about where to go, and especially
I just
about what to
associate
eat.
him with
It is
Matt
in our
Rife,
blood.
'cause
Back
they've
in the
done
caveman times, we didn't have
comedy
a
shows
choice.
together.
You hunted the mammals
can't
and you
remember his
dragged them
name,
back
but he's
to
got
the
a funny
cave,
laugh,
and that
'cause
is
he's
what
like-
we ate. So you choose. You
That's
bringing
all I
home
remember.
Chipotle is the modern man bringing home a mammoth carcass. One time I was gonna have sex with this dude after a concert, and we went to shower off, and I did this naked little jig and went, "It's time to wash me holes," and he made me go home. No! No, don't fumble the quirky girl, no! I'm out eating with this guy, and he took the bill, and I offered to pay, and he said, "Okay, here."
Bitch.
I love this trend of women being like, "I want this," and men being like, "Okay," and women being like, "Wait, no, not like that. For the love of God, just say what you mean." Men do not know how to play these mind games. These boys autistic out here. A guy wrote to me on Tinder calling me quite the catch because I like nachos and Always Sunny. So I wrote back saying, "Well, if you're impressed by that, you should see my tits." And he unmatched me. I literally have no idea what men want. See, this is a woman who has on her mind that men want sex, 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 and nothing else. So she came out too strong right out of the gate and scared him off. I was on a blind date. The guy opened up Tinder while sitting there with me and was swiping on girls. I guess I
Where does she find these?
wasn't interesting enough. Haha. Oof. A lot of pain in that haha. What's the hardest thing you ever had to say? It's me or the PlayStation. He took the PlayStation over his marriage and 10-year relationship. Oh my god. You know, I always say if somebody offers you an ultimatum between them and something else, take the something else. But in this case, I don't know, a PlayStation? Like, maybe there's more to this story, but ending a 10-year relationship
Yeah.
and marriage over a PlayStation?
Yeah.
Just came to the realization
Uh-huh.
why I'm single. Every
I
guy
wonder
that I'm
why.
like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives and they just look like so like, you know, not like this.
Oh.
You know, like
She works out, that's why.
pretend my tattoos are gone. That's why guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men
You know what? I will back her up with this a little bit. One of my cousins is freakishly looks exactly like her, minus my cousin has very white hair because she dyes it so much. But she goes to the gym. She has tattoos all over her body. She's built like she is, and this girl has not kept a man in years. Nobody wants to marry her. nothing. And she's in the same boat. She's a cat mom now. She has 3 cats.
More like, big, strong, tough girls.
Okay, so first of all, she will find a man, okay? She's adorable, she's self-aware, she's just a little quirked up white girl with tattoos. Who doesn't like a little quirked up white girl with tattoos? I personally love tattoos, I love piercings. If I wasn't such a pussy, I would look like this. In high school, I was so determined to get an Avenged Sevenfold logo on the back of my neck. So happy that didn't happen. But anyway,
I can't
some men
imagine
do
getting a
like
tattoo on your neck.
her
Cannot.
style, and trust me, judging by
That's
the
the
internet,
one place I will
men
never get a
love
tat.
muscle mommies. But if she's not attracting the type of men she wants, she could just easily soften up her style. She could take the nose ring out. She could put her hair down. I'm not gonna say L or W. This is kind of neutral. I'm leaning towards W because she's so self-aware about it. But I think she's gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, queens.
Yeah.
If a man leaves,
We're
you
all
after
gonna make
you've
it,
cheated,
queens.
He clearly
We got
wasn't
this.
a real
Yes.
man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. When I thought my man was cheating on me, so I slept with his dad, but actually he was just planning on his proposal to me and I ruined it. What?
Well, wouldn't the dad know? Wouldn't his father know? Usually the dad knows. Because the dad helps plan sometimes. How did you get his dad? And you know what? I'm not even going to ask. Okay.
When you go through his phone to see if he's cheating, but you find screenshots of you cheating. When you checked his phone to see if he's cheating, but found nothing, then suddenly he said, "My turn." Listen.
Oh, no!
If your partner wants...
This bitch. She did not just crack her knuckles on her head. Oh, that turned my brain to mush. Love you, queen.
all of your passwords and constantly wants to see your phone, reads all your texts and wants access to all your accounts all the time, and accuses you of cheating on them randomly, that's most likely projection, and they are cheating on you. Not all the time. Sometimes they have trust issues, maybe from a different relationship. In these cases, yes, it was
socially
projection.
awkward to
Mom
cheat
of
on a
two
girl.
leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by him. I'm sorry, are we supposed to feel bad for this bitch?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I don't.
It's kind of
Men,
funny.
If the DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
Excuse you, bitch?
What? Woman, 37, stabs husband multiple times after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner. No! This man texted me, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday." It's gay shit like that that makes me want to cheat. Women be like, "Wow, thanks." That's why it's so fucking hard to convince men to open up. I hope and pray this king has found someone who actually appreciates him.
Yes,
when he
king.
cheated on me with the same girl my other ex cheated on me with. Girl, that isn't your average hoe. That's your arch nemesis. You need to either defeat her in battle.
I will put my 2 cents with this. You guys know earlier that friend I mentioned that has the 5 kids? The 5 kids lady, the 5 kids friend. She was this bitch. She was the arch nemesis one. 2 of my exes cheated on me with her. And I still call her my friend to this day. God.
Or commit seppuku right now. No other way. Betrayed. I suggested an open marriage to my husband to spice up our sex life. He then fell for his lover, and I was heartbroken. Many such cases. Woman wants to open up the marriage, man finds someone else, and leaves with her. Because as soon as you open up the marriage, he's not gonna take it seriously anymore because you're not taking it seriously anymore. And a lot of people just can't be polyamorous. They can only be monogamous. They can only give their love and intimacy to one person at a time. So L, common open marriage L. Getting 2 jobs and telling my boyfriend that I'll work 70 hours a week so I can pay the bills so he can find his dream job, to find out he was cheating on me on the days I worked 16 hours. When he went on Tinder right in front of me an hour after taking my virginity. I nursed my cheating husband back to health from severe brain trauma. Then he cheated again. Okay, so I know this is about women posting their L's, but goddamn, these men ain't shit. No wonder there's so many insane, broken harpies coming at me when I talk about male loneliness. And no wonder there are so many men who think all women are lying whores. Y'all are destroying yourselves. Stop cheating. Is it that hard to not fuck someone? I don't think so. Look at my audience. Follow people who haven't done that.
I mean, the whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment. I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart.
These bitches next door are like, what?
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit.
I
hope I did a little damage.
Demon! Gone, vile woman!
Gone.
Congratulations, you have created another person with trust issues. People like this should be in jail. People like this should be in prison. People like this should be thrown in the pit. Remembering the time he came home and told me he cheated on me, so I slept with him and made him tell me I was better. When I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me, instead of breaking up, he had me and the other girl give speeches on why he should stay with either of us. And when he chose me, I took him out to dinner and got him thank you presents.
I'm sorry,
Never
what?
was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money. Me remembering the time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined. Women, get some self-respect. Holy shit, I would say you could do better, but honestly, I don't know anymore. Turn up the cheat. All women should have an affair once in their life.
What?
It made me feel sexier and look younger. First of all, did it? Second of all, this is the kind of shit the average woman has blasting into her mind 24/7. And you wonder why like 45% of them are destined to be single in 2030. And on the flip side, you have all these like manosphere red pill people excusing cheating, but that's a video for another day. Is the man I'm cheating with lying to me like he does to his wife? Yes. Yes, he is. Next, I've cheated on every single one of my significant others. Would you still take a shot? Fellas, would you take a shot?
Red flag.
I swear to God, women with big titties can get away with anything. The power dynamic of the world is this. The peasants, the rich, the elites, the deep state, women with big titties. Broke up with my boyfriend who loved me so I could hook up with my coworker that I've had a huge crush on since forever, who just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. All to get pumped and dumped. Thinking about how my perfect first boyfriend who was nice and bought flowers and gifts and planned surprise dates and never followed girls on social media, and how I dumped him because I was bored and went off to date men who literally abused and cheated on me, LMAO.
Oh my God.
Thinking about the time I left a man who would do anything to make me happy for a literal bum. When I had a boy that had loved me unconditionally since we were 13, flies across the country to surprise me, and after 2 years still supported me and worshipped me, and I let him down for a lying, cheating piece of shit.
Oh,
I'm starting to suspect
God.
there's not a male loneliness epidemic, and it's more of a avoiding these evil bitches epidemic. This video was turning me into a misogynist. I always thought the woman leaving the nice guy for the bad boy and getting her heart broken was a silly trope. Like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it happened this much. L's all around. Throw these women in the pit. I hope these guys find women who appreciate their niceness. Because believe it or not, despite popular belief, most women do like that. I asked him how tall he was, and he said, I'm 5, and I immediately hung the phone up. Turns out he's 5'11". How do I apologize? I rejected this sweet guy various times, then a couple months later, he's dating someone new.
But
Once I
left
got
because
home, I
she was
cried.
bored?
My
What?
prison pen pal came out of jail, fucked me once, and never spoke to me again after 2 years of telling me he loved me and wanted me to be in his life forever. I'm sorry, you're what?
Minus the prisoner thing she just said, but literally,
whole men will tell you, "Oh, I love you. Oh, we're so blah, just to get, like the other lady said, pumped and dumped." Never trust a hoe.
Your prison pen pal? You're telling me the convict in jail was not a good person?
Wow.
Of all people?
Who
I left
knew?
my husband because the sex was boring. Now I'm having the same problem with my new partner.
I think you might be the problem.
There is a common factor here. He proposed. Aw, that's nice. To the girl he dated after me. Oh. I know we all let our
That's
dogs
awkward.
eat us out at least once. I'm sorry, we? Us? Who is this us and we you speak of? One time I was riding a dude and he pressed my bladder, so I ended up peeing all over him for a solid minute, and after I said, I'm claiming my territory. I pee in the shower so frequently that my feet are dyed yellow. I left my underwear on the bathroom floor after my shower the other day, and now there's ants eating my discharge. I'm not showing this, but it's literally just dirty underwear with ants all over it. You know, growing up I was always told, like, oh, boys are the smelly,
Girl, where you
messy
find
gender,
these?
and I don't know about that. Confession. One time somebody nutted in my mouth and his semen was chewy. I held back tears. Oh god.
I'm sorry, wait. Okay. Where does she find these? Oh my god. Okay, wait. I think I might actually throw up. Hold on. Wait a second. I'll be right back. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. Oh my god. Okay, I feel better now. That took me off guard. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
This one made me gag. Whose L is this? Is this hers or the man's? I don't even know. See a fucking doctor. Okay guys, I really need help. Every check from my sugar daddy bounced. Wells Fargo is closing my accounts and I'm gonna owe them a lot of money. Like thousands and thousands. I'm in a full-blown panic right now. I don't know what to do. You know, as a socialist, I really hate to say this, and I wish we lived in a different society and didn't have to give all our time and our life to this labor under this evil capitalist system, but get a f***ing job, bitch. I spent $20K on plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years. Well, you went from cute and unique to like cookie cutter Kardashian alien, but perhaps it is not the way you look. Maybe it is something else. You do not have to look like a blow-up doll to find love. In fact, you're more likely to not find love looking this way. $25,000 L. Everyone my age is having children, buying houses, and getting married. And I'm just over here crying with happiness that I got to hear Hillary Clinton say human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights in person. You don't have kids? How old are you? Me, 31. That surprises me. I'd be lost without my kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Me. Marvel keeps coming out with films, so I have that.
Yes,
Average
Marvel!
millennial. Reject love and family. Embrace corporate media slop. Okay, it's one thing to just not want kids. It's another to cope like this. At least I have Marvel movies. At least I have Hillary Clinton. Bleak. Thinking about the fact that I offered him $100 a week to add me back on Snap and talk to me, and he said no. I was so ready to pay that too. I still am. I will still pay you to add me back. Please, I'm begging. Could you imagine this reversed? Like men paying money to talk to a crazy woman? Oh, wait. That's like 60% of my Discord.
Donnie, nice to meet you.
Fun fact about Donnie, he's a Marvel nerd. Are you into Marvel?
You know what? No. Like, my brother watches them, but I just can't get into anime. Like, okay.
Like, you can't not like Marvel. It's amazing. There's so
fact
many
that
different
this
things,
bitch
and
called
it's
it
not anime.
anime.
It's like a bunch of superheroes who try to save everybody.
Oh no. We need to hook this guy up. with the other woman who's like 31 and single and only looks forward to Marvel movies. They are a match made in heaven. When I remember that I basically begged a dude who had his mattress on the floor and a plastic jug full of loose change on his mantle to be with me, and he said no. Still can't believe I f***ed a guy who made me drink water out of a Tupperware container. I f***ed a guy with actual shit on his floor. Okay, this is why so many women think men aren't improving or putting in a lot of effort, because they don't have to. They can have literal shit on their floor and you will f*** them. How are women's standards so high and simultaneously so low? I'm a liberal. It's hard to find masculine men to date who aren't conservative. Ladies, stop f***ing thinking you need your man to align with you completely. Because you know who's gonna align with you completely? A woman. A woman with bipolar disorder. A woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men. The fate of every lonely man is suicide, and the fate of every lonely woman is marrying her dog. Unfortunately, I can't make a cute recap video of this year because I spent 2022 ugly crying over my ex, quit my job, ended up in the psych ward, and got an STD. It really does need to be studied why women love posting their L's. My theory is that, like, women's go-to humor is self-deprecation. Like, female comedians do it often. Even me, like, I'm constantly making self-deprecating jokes in videos. So it could be that, or it could be-
it's like, oh, how was your 2024? Built a bike, got my car fixed. Oh yeah, I got an STD.
Just like a cry for help or attention. I have no idea, but what I do know is you couldn't beat this shit out of a man. So that was that. Whatever that was. Wait, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Post one of your biggest L's. Did you ever fumble a relationship? Did a girl flirt with you 10 years?
What's your guys' biggest L, chat? Huh, chat? Do you guys have a big L?
Years ago and you didn't realize she was flirting until now. If you want to support the channel, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. I'm doing Christmas cards again this year. $5 and up, you get a personalized Christmas card and a sticker. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, bye!
That's cool. I don't shoot shots, so I don't...
You guys have to have a L. Come on.
Hello, friends, and
Jesus Christ.
The biggest L of all, not trying at all. I mean, that's true. Can't lose if you don't play the game. I'll pass on telling you my L's. Big L, like riding a horse off a cliff and rush. Shut up!
Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up.
I posted that in the, okay.
Never got a girlfriend, never. I guess that's my L. Oh no!
The right one is just waiting. What the fuck is TikTok? I'm not even. What was the other one?
What were the other ones? Had a girl I had a crush on and said, "Hey, I like you," and we just sat silently on the bus ride home.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. After breaking up with my ex, I realized I left my parking pass in her car, and I had to return to. Ew, that's awkward. That's awkward. That's very awkward.
That's awkward. That's...
Yeah. I had a guy ask me out before a girl did. I'm not gay. I still would have hopped on that. If I can lead my bros to a treasure, I will never possess myself. Then that alone is enough. Possessed by my heart. I had a younger girl chase me when I was on a bus, then found me in an arcade and got her older sister to get my number.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What should we watch next?
I don't know a good one to watch next. What's a good one? I once went to talk to someone and I froze mid-step in the middle of the hallway. My first girlfriend got pregnant while we were dating. It wasn't mine. Oh, that's... I think that's the winner there. That's the big. Oh my god. A lot of them are good female.
Where's that one? How old is that one? Because we're down to like 4 years. Where's that one? How old is that? What the fuck did that say? The anime titty boy. Where's Velma? There's a Velma one. Lady Baller. What the hell is that? Lady Ballers? I didn't want to search it. God damn it.
Okay, hold on. Shoe on head.
Jesus, 2 years ago? That's crazy. How did I miss that when looking through her videos? Okay, I found it. Got it.
Is this one, right? Is it this one?
Okay. Oh, it's paused. Or muted.
Teacher epidemic. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made about the bizarre double standard when it comes to female predators. And for a little while, I thought the internet slowed down on that. Whenever an article came out about a woman preying on a boy, the comments were full of people from all different political spectrums and all across the world condemning it. I even saw some news articles correctly calling it out for what it is. And I really thought we were finally moving away from this. I thought we finally moved past the creepy female predator double standard. Glamorous heiress, 45, charged with having sex with 14-year-old boy 4 times in one day. I regret to inform you, the journalists are at it again. So let's just get this out of the way. She's hot, okay? She's a cougar, yes. But if I had an underage son and a 45-year-old woman touched him, they would have to identify the body using a cotton swab. So let's break down this article, shall we?
Oh my god.
This godforsaken article, which by the way isn't even the worst part of this video. Wait until we get to the comments. An Australian horse heiress is saddled with charges after being accused of having sex with a 14-year-old boy 4 times in a single day. The glamorous mother of 2. Why the f do they keep calling her glamorous?
Why?
Why that adjective? Literally glamorizing.
Why?
Imagine an article coming out about Jeffrey Epstein, like, charismatic philanthropist, 52, charged with making love to 14-year-old girl 4 times in one day. You shouldn't have to switch the genders to see how f***ed up this is, but alas. Who is the daughter of famed Aussie horse breeder Ross Daisley, strongly denies the accusations and intends to plead not guilty. Cops claim an unbridled Daisley molested the minor 4 times before 5 p.m. on May 20th last year. It's unclear whether the pair were known to each other prior to the alleged acts. Daisley's defense lawyer cried nay. However, prosecutor Daniel Richardson claims evidence straight from the horse's mouth exists. Get it? Horses! Because her dad's a horse breeder. Haha, it's funny because she raped a kid. A recording reveals Daisley said, I thought you were going to call the police on me. I thought we had placed this in a little box and thrown it deep in the sea. Daisley is a trained naturopath who founded the business Smart Cleanse, which offers 14-day detox plans. The company website reads, over a number of years, Savannah has helped tens of thousands of people detoxify their bodies, lose weight, heal their digestion, improve strength and fitness, eliminate stress, reverse the aging process. Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. overcome various adverse health conditions through the benefits of detoxification, and is passionate about doing so. Is this just an ad? Did I just read an ad? Is there a fucking ad for her company here? Am I reading an ad? Did she like sleep with this journalist? What is going on? Oh no, he's a full grown-ass man, never mind. This is who wrote this, by the way, this motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
Who also wrote an article about how to please a hot MILF teacher. The author's barely disguised fetish. The language the New York Post uses here is probably the worst example of this I've ever seen. But if you can believe it, it is nothing compared to the comments. Good for him, good for him. Glamorous, lucky boy, lucky kid. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Where were these women when I was 14? Where was she when I was 14? I believe it's called statutory. I call it lucky. The word is rape. You can't rape the willing. Minors can't consent. Cool. But was he unwilling? What? The word is rape. Not if her partner consented. It's a child. They can't consent. That's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's just assume the boy was willing. It's not rape if he enjoyed it. What the fuck? But did he die? No. So who cares? Did the boy complain? That 14-year-old didn't complain about it, I guarantee. His parents did. Yeah, good parents then.
Yeah.
I would be a little concerned if an adult was touching my child too. What? He probably wanted it. He told her he identifies as a 47-year-old man, so it wasn't her fault.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Men can consent. When a boy becomes a man could be anywhere from 12 to 35. It doesn't even work to switch the genders on these people because then they just go, oh, well, boys and girls are different. Note that if this was a 14-year-old girl and a man, no one would be congratulating him. Girls and boys are different. Boys and girls are not the same. Men and women are different. Boys and girls are not traumatized by the same thing. Flipping gender is silly because boys and girls are different. Shocking, I know. Girls will be traumatized and boys will be in heaven. Also, that's not even true. There's so many examples of men having serious relationship issues, love issues, sex issues growing up after they get molested by adults. Because boys and girls are different. Don't tell the libs. They think boys are girls and girls are boys. They also think XX people can do XY jobs. What the Libs owned. The liberals are outraged about this thread. Keep in mind, these are the same people disgusted are also fighting for pedophilia to be normalized. That's you right now! Yes, there is a problem with leftists wanting to, like, destigmatize pedophilia, and there's all these people who co-opt progressive language to push it. Yes, I've made, like, 70 million videos about this, but right now,
if it was an adult man and a young lady,
boys can consent, but girls can't. You're just virtue signaling right now.
This.
Can't comprehend because you're a woman.
The same thing if it was a
levels
boy.
Of vulnerability.
But because it's an older lady and a younger
genders, young
boy,
men,
they're like,
girls are different sexually. I love the young men and young girls because he knows typing young boys makes it obvious how fucking creepy this shit is. You're just saying this because you want Patreon donations from all the woke libs who pretend little boys don't get horny and are not different from little girls. This is virtue signaling. What a great advertisement. If you don't support pedophilia, donate to my Patreon. No, seriously, this video is probably demonetized, so please do if you can. Link in the description. Listen, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I was 14 years old and Johnny Depp was like in his 40s and I thought he was hot. Girls get crushes on men all the time. Celebrities, pop stars, YouTubers, teachers. There are girls who would also want it. That doesn't make it okay. And then Lydia from Timcast chimes in, I've been yelling about this for so long. That's because you're a woman. There are radically different standards for male behavior and female behavior. What harms girls does not harm boys. Okay, what if the groomer in question was a man? What if
yeah, now she's gonna get into what we were talking
was attracted to this older man, which happens, and the boy wanted it. Oh, what changed? Suddenly little boys aren't men and can't consent? Just admit you're a fucking coomer projecting your sexual fantasies onto literal child victims.
Yeah.
Some kids can consent. What?
What?
Is this fucking you, sir? Talking about NAMBLA? The Man-Boy Love Association? What is the difference between you and NAMBLA? Both of you think little boys can consent. I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
Jimmy on a beat, boy. Okay, groomer, whatever you say, groomer.
people being called groomers just for, like, having a gay flag in their Twitter bio. And I gotta say, not a fan of this whole watering down the term groomer. Not a fan of watering down terms like that. Never have been. I've been screaming for years how bad it is to water down terms like Nazi and fascist. Same exact energy. Especially right now with organizations like Prostasia popping up. Prostasia, which, if you've seen my video on it, is a tax-exempted pedophile club. We don't really want to create a boy who cries situation here, because, like, I'm called a Nazi every single day. It gets to the point where, like, someone tells you someone's a Nazi and you're like, is he a Nazi or is he like a Nazi? Not normal, not good. It's why so many people winded up accidentally defending Richard Spencer back in the day, because everyone and their mom was being called a Nazi. So when a real Nazi enters the scene, everyone's like, he's probably just kind of edgy online, like all of us. Now imagine that happening to the term groomer. Like, I don't know how these people are throwing around the term groomer at things like Lego using a rainbow flag and then straight up supporting statutory rape. Like, make it make sense.
Make it make
So here are
sense.
some comments from the article itself. These are just... She did what with how old? Kid must have been hung like a horse. Oh god. So she enjoys eggplant. Don't make her a bad gal.
Bitch.
Where were these women when I was 14? To be honest, I was a bit immature at 14, but at 16 I began coming of age and really hitting my stride. I would have been all 7 inches in. Why? Why? She's been a bad girl and needs a spanking. I've blown several loads into every orifice of her hot smoking body? Some of these comments, I swear, were written with one hand. Oh yeah, she needs a good spanking. Boomers are so, like, relentlessly horny online. Like, on...
Wait, please do that again. That was too funny.
Comments, I swear, were written with one hand. Oh yeah, she needs a good spanking. Boomers are so, like, relentlessly horny online. Like, unapologetically horny. Like, they'll post the most depraved shit just out in the open with their full name and, like, a picture of them and their family and their Facebook profile photo. Zero shame. Like, they almost have my respect. The judge is obviously a progressive who doesn't have a clue. Why do they gotta make it about politics? Why is it the libs and the progressives and the Democrat? Well, the Democratic men are too busy having their nails done to service their crazy old ladies. Do you smell toast? Does anyone else smell toast? Can't for the willing. Unfortunately, you can. Statutory should not apply when the kid is a boy. Lucky kid. Oh my god. Should have kept his mouth shut. What's wrong with these Nancy boy kids these days? They don't know a good thing when they got it and are too dumb to keep their mouth shut. That kid should have been proud and shut his mouth.
I'm watching the pretty
Where
lady
were chicks
talk.
like this when I was 14? Why can't some guys keep their mouths shut? Can't believe the ungrateful kids snitch. These young boys these days are soft. I was sexually active like a rabbit at 14. My lips would have been sealed. He probably told a friend who told a friend who told a friend.
Who told a friend
Kids
who told
really
a friend
need
who
to
told
learn
a
to
friend.
shut up. If it's true that the kid did have sex with her, let this be a lesson to those thinking about having sex with someone under 18. Ah, finally, somebody normal. Yes, let this be a lesson. Don't do it. Especially when you are boozed up. Teenagers don't know how to keep a secret. So it's not don't be a groomer because it's bad. It's don't be a groomer because kids will snitch. If you're like me and you're concerned with the growing normalization of pedophilia, you have to realize this type of coomer journalism is part of that. There was recently another article about a female predator. Texas teacher Helen Page accused of student romance. Student romance. That's what it's called now. And I love how they actually have a mugshot here for once because she's not hot. But like USA Today recently published an article about how pedophilia is misunderstood and cited one of Prostasia's favorite doctors, Dr. James Cantor, the same James Cantor who said that he wants to add the P in the LGBT. Great sources, USA Today. So maybe now is not the time
I
to
am doing
repeat
well, yes,
Mac
thank you.
talking points. Like
you're
maybe
doing
the
well.
boy wanted it and some kids can consent. Now, just to be perfectly clear, I do not think the people saying this are all literal pedophiles themselves. I know they're just putting themselves in the kids' shoes when they were that age and thinking of all the teachers and the older women they had a crush on. But by saying things like this, you are pushing the rhetoric that kids can consent, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That is part of the normalization. So that's the end of this video. I hated it. Have a wonderful day. And next time you see somebody saying, "Where was she when I was a kid?" send them this video.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Send them this video. Oh my god.
Hello, friends, and happy...
Jesus Christ, jump scare. We love you, Queen. I'm gonna do this now so I don't forget later. We love her. What's next, guys?
What's next on the list?
That was good. I'm loving her.
She's a whole friggin' vibe, I swear.
She is a whole vibe. What's her recent one? Blame the voters, responding to Democrat criticism, 2 weeks. Downfall of the Democrats. Firemen moving. Female loneliness. I'll do that one, I guess.
Women. Despite popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as I am filming this, it is currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you.
Oh my god.
We've talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness, which although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend.
You guys are all women in my eyes, especially Bio. Bio is the most women of the
dating
women.
Advice is just garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past. In this video, we're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the 1950s to see if we can find a solution there. Because what worked
I don't know,
for our
I haven't checked
grandmothers
it in a while.
surely will work for us.
I'm gonna check
right?
it later.
Back
I haven't
the
checked it
day
in a
when
while.
people
I
would
know
still go
last
to
time it was like
malt shops,
pretty
and
even.
diners instead of
for my demographic.
femboy hooters. Women dated men for more than just their wallets.
I'm gonna check it later.
Before we get into this video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
Okay, we don't.
Ridge Wallets are high quality.
Love that, but we don't need to see that.
1.2% every year from 2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
True.
1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping.
I'm not alone. I'm sad.
So,
yeah.
Some economists will twist this.
I'm not
into
alone.
a
I had you guys.
thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society.
A hot laptop.
And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with
alone
being
if you
alone
haven't
and single.
said.
At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject,
That's so
a lot
true.
of men will point out that
You know what? She's so right. I know she's crying and she's upset, but like all of my friends, minus 2, are married and or have kids. They are married. They're either married, engaged, or have kids. I'm here making content on the internet for you guys. Yeah, and I went to 2 of their weddings last year. God. Okay.
Women could easily get any man to sleep with. And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people are looking for, as I said in the male loneliness video. It would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker. And it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the f*** outside. But casual sex isn't the solution to loneliness. It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void with cum. Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays, it is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly
online
atomized
dating,
society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so many other things.
Yep.
And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
You're on your
It's
own,
your
boo-boo.
fault. You built the world after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies. Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what the red pill has been up to. Telling their audience to just forget marriage and neuter themselves. While women, in turn, are also being sold very similar poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering. You don't need no man. Get on the pill, sleep around, climb the corporate ladder, and don't worry, baby, we'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this good advice for women? Or have we girl-bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire data set, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym. Don't approach women at coffee shops. Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in HR
women
world.
at all.
And it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman is the blue-haired, man-hating feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her. Excuse me? She's not interested. Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays, there's only one thing we can do, ladies. We must approach them.
Yes.
So I did a little research and looked up how to approach men as a woman. Number 1, don't. Almost every single article, blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious. Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to, let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us? What do we do now?
They're not coming at all.
According to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is,
my god,
the modern woman. Lazy, entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create the modern woman. So clearly we have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents. women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
No,
One of the
no.
most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in McCall's magazine listed 129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea for years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us.
There's so many
let's
women
just
crying on TikTok.
Dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it.
I have a
Honestly,
dog. I
this
don't
is
walk
pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people. I could see this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child, please. I want to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right now.
I gotta see her do that again. Please do that again. That's hilarious.
Why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses.
I don't
men
need to
like.
take
If
notes.
you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that. I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe0nHead fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane. We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals,
The Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. What the fuck? Going up to a funeral like, hey, sorry about your wife. What'd that dick do, though? So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist, Bella DiPaolo, is constantly writing her own commentary after, like, almost every single one of these things. Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one. And the next advice from the 50s is, become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's like, no, become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little
airline stewardess or like anything to do with planes? Bitch, you can fly anywhere. You can go anywhere you want. You get free flights sometimes, and you can join the Mile High Club.
Sexist? Why is she looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker? The advice some women give to other women is like incredible. It's always just like constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie.
Oh,
And
sweetie,
then male
you're
advice
good.
is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to
You have to deal with
possibly
everyone on
get
your flight
laid.
individually.
Just be
Well,
nice to everyone.
As long as it's not Air Canada,
Being
it's
nice
fine.
is like the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell. And yet, get a government job overseas. Okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone in general. Lowering your standards if they're very high or unrealistic is a good thing, but don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who like jump into relationships just because they're
don't
sad
jump
and
on
lonely
that bandwagon
is way too high. It's
God, my
almost
foot's
always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but like if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, like yeah, give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly, different story. So yes, be nice to everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
51st date
Tell
my
your
ass, I
friends that
swear
you
to
are
God.
interested in getting married.
I will move.
Don't keep it a secret. Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Bro, this is why we are here now, by the way. People like this in 2018 telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss. These
Go,
are
girl
the
boss.
fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you. Get lost at football games. Alright, if I'm at a football game, I'm already lost. Don't take a job in a company run largely by women. You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company. Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store. See? Bass
Yeah,
Pro Shops.
for sure
I'm telling
she
you,
did.
the last respectable institution in America. On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself. The contrast between the like wholesome goofy shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial shit is so funny. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there. What is up with this like predatory ass advice? Why widowers? Be a rebound for a man whose wife fucking died. Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to like wear an Invader Zim shirt and like trip pants. Don't be
That's
afraid
a
to
style.
associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level. I mean, this is pretty good, like, standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative, miserable people. Like this journalist who will just try to drag you down to her level and attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school. The author's note, if you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you. Set your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone. Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box.
The fuck is a hat
Do we
box?
put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box?
Oh, is it those
What's in the
boxes for
box?
fancy
What's in the
hats?
fucking box? Wear a band-aid. People always ask what happened. No they won't. This was absolutely written in the 1950s, where people used to talk to each other. Make a lot of money.
Drag me
Damn. Why didn't I think of that? What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief still works. God, everything
McLovin,
seemed
that's
so
a name.
wholesome
Welcome
and
to the
simple
fam.
Back then. Drop a handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like that's so adorable and wholesome. Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter. He was a hater.
Is that actually how she met her husband? Did her husband troll her on Twitter? Wait, what else did she say?
On Twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
I want to be her best friend. My God, I love her.
Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong. No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go viral. Crazy Karen cries in corner. Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Bring one into the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it.
Ew.
Honestly, this is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe
Why
working.
bachelors?
But like, people are so weird about people like dating at work nowadays. That used to be like the #1 place people would meet their spouse.
He's your husband in 4
and
years.
now it's like
Nope.
saying Susan looks nice today is sexual harassment. I like the author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them. Don't do.
You know the best way to a man's stomach? Best way to a man's stomach, Jesus. Best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Best way to a man. I can't even talk. Jesus Christ. She's got me flabbergasted.
Do anything for a man ever. Do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks, Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured. Laugh at his jokes. Laugh at his jokes. If they are funny. Attractive people make the terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not funny. People just want to f you. Know the difference. Accidentally have your purse fly open, scattering its contents all over the street. Oh no, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy. Wear high heels most of the time.
Welcome. Oh, I can't breathe. She's so funny. I can't fucking breathe.
They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes with no heels. They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all. Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know some of them are in this comment
Some of you guys are in the chat too. We don't need you foot people here. Keep your foots to yourselves.
section right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof. The manlet's catching strays even back in 1958. Tell him he's handsome. Journo note, let's go! Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure. This bitch doesn't even want you complimenting men that you are interested in.
Oh my God.
Also, ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that, but next time you're like walking with him or something, just be
Welcome
like,
to the fam.
I feel very protected when I'm with you.
Oh.
He will be locked the fuck in. I don't see the fault in like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy? Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn.
What?
Go on a diet if you need to. You would never ever see this advice today.
No.
What's crazy is like in the early 2000s, very, very skinny was the look.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid and seeing things about how like fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180 where it's like health and fitness be damned, Lizzo is a queen. Like, can
Lizzo
we
is
just
a
be-
queen.
can we
We
just
love
be normal
Lizzo.
about this? Why is there no middle ground between like having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder? When you are with him, order your steak rare. Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done. Not even well done. I eat that shit. Congratulations. Don't tell him
I don't even eat steak.
about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let him see what it's like.
What?
This has such a different meaning today. Double date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible. If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note. Tell him that's fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels. Hello? Force feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy wife. Turn wolves into husband material by assuming they have honor. Okay, I'm so fucking brain broken.
Dishonor
I'm
on
such a
you.
degenerate
Dishonor on
that,
you,
like,
cow.
when I read this, I immediately
Dishonor on your family.
Legoshi the wolf from Beastars. Like,
Oh my
he'd
God.
make a good husband.
Oh, he would.
Oh wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh god. Wait, he's 17. Wait. Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is.
I don't think that would be taken into context like that.
So basically, trap him and then mold him into your perfect mate. Okay? I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in. Remain innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich,
There's
tell
some
him you like his money.
anime
The
characters
honesty
that you
will
would
intrigue
see,
him.
and then you would think, oh, you would be an abusive husband when you grow up, and then other ones you'd be like, oh, you'd be a good husband to your wife in the future.
Honestly, maybe. If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money. It's over.
I like your
Fucked
money.
it up. Never let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you. Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme. Stop being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he will. Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single. What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up. The real sex lives of middle-aged single women.
Oh my god.
A world without marriage. The unsung joy of living alone.
Oh my god.
The thrill of going to holiday parties alone.
Oh my god.
Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed.
Oh my god.
There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing.
Oh my god.
The profound rewards of staying single.
Oh my god.
I'm done. This is just sad. This is sadder than Anita Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself. You're gonna look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic?
Well...
Really? Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men. Marry me or you'll die an early death. If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell
Then
him
you're
you're adopted. It was a different time. Stow away on a battleship. Rent a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do not do this. Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catches. Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons. The end. So ladies, what have we learned?
My
Follow
god.
around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box.
Yeah.
Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness. No, but for real, some of this advice was actually much better than like any modern dating
I mean,
advice
like,
I've
some of it
seen.
is
Like,
pretty
at least
good
some of this
advice. Some
was
of it's a little
go
questionable, though.
outside and talk to men, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes.
Ooh.
Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work
Yeah,
on
some
you?
were good.
Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does the hat box do it for you? I'm curious.
Does that-
By the way, the link to the whole list will be in the
Does a hat box do it for you guys? Is that what turns you guys on? A hat box? Is it a hat box? A hat box does it. What's her most popular one? From 9 years. How long has she been on here? 10 years? Holy shit. She definitely hasn't changed in looks at all. She looks the exact same. Still doing the classic eyeliner shit too. You cringe, you drink. Did we fail? Men. She is ancient YouTuber. I don't think we should call her ancient. Oh,
Oh, that's another one. What happened to men? Why is what? The worst hit piece on YouTube. Gender studies for kids. Oh my god. And oh my god.
Oh my god.
What's next?
What should we watch next, guys?
What should be next on the list of videos to watch?
That there's so many. Oh, I remember this bitch. I remember a lot of people were making videos about her. I remember that. Fellas, is it gay? How to be a real man.
This is what you guys need.
I'll watch that one.
Men.
This is what you guys need.
What are they? For centuries, us women have tried to figure them out. Such strange, fascinating creatures. But recently, men have been in a crisis.
Oh.
Sperm count is low.
Oh no!
Liberalism is high.
Oh god.
Testosterone is decreasing.
Oh god!
Soy is increasing. The femboy population is skyrocketing. Instead of chopping wood and hunting mammoths, men are throwing on thigh-high socks and cat ears. The question on everyone's mind is, how do we stop this epidemic? How do we save men?
How to be a real
Well, today
man.
we're finally going to get answers, because I looked for them in the most knowledgeable, reliable, and trustworthy place on Earth, the internet.
Ooh.
The internet is a great place to find cringe
The
for
internet.
you guys, but it is also a dangerous and scary place. So before we dive into this cringe, let's dive into today's sponsor, a tool that will help protect you from said scary and dangerous place. You didn't skip the ad, right? What is a man?
I feel called out.
A man is somebody who kills the bugs, opens the jars, and dies in the wars. That is a man. Some people will say the correct way to be a man is to be protective and strong and blah 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 blah. Others, however, will say being a man is about drinking your coffee black and not playing video games.
Well,
grown men should not be playing video games past the age of 12. Video games are for children. Men who say they want a gamer girlfriend are gay. If you want a girlfriend who plays video games, just date a man. Fellas, is it gay to want a girlfriend who shares interests with you? Men will spend 6 hours a day playing Call of Duty instead of signing up to join the real army and serve their country. I would serve myself rat poison before I served this country. If you're a man dating a woman who plays video games, you probably get pegged by her too. I'm sure some of them like that. Grown-ass men that play video games, ask yourself this: when's the last time you've been laid? It is so cool how like technology has just improved so much. Like it is really cool how we can see tweets made in 1998. Men who collect things creep me out. What do you need 300 Pokemon cards for? Okay, so first of all, 300 Pokemon cards is not that many Pokemon cards. I think I have more than 300 Pokemon cards, and I organize them from cutest to ugliest. Say, well, how many shoes do you think this woman owns? What's with the sudden trend of grown men playing with children's toys? Do these men also make spaceshipy sounds when playing with them? Hashtag manchild. And you can't see it because it's censored, but they added Lauren Chen here. Like, is this attractive? Mommy, is this attractive? Mommy, sorry, mommy. Also,
sorry.
building models, I feel like that's a very normal male hobby to have.
That's all I
hobby
see. There's two people on TikTok. There's a female and a male.
the two of them buy Lego things and like build like massive models, and that's their living. They do that for a living, and it is crazy.
is masculine or feminine, but if we are doing this shit, I think building things is pretty masculine. Like, is society in general not just men building things? Then someone asked this.
All I can do is that's all I got.
Guy a valid question. Please provide your list of acceptable leisure activities that meet your approval. And this is what this dude said: changing the oil in the car, upgrading the RAM in the family computer, doing the laundry, reading, writing, making chill.
Okay, to be fair, I know how to change the oil in my car. Not well, but I know how to do it. I can change a car tire, And now, thanks to bio, I can change the RAM in my computer. So hot.
Or soup, home repair,
I'm a man.
playing soccer / rugby / football / hockey. Most of these are just chores. Oh boy, can't wait to change the oil in the car. Updating RAM on the family computer. Oh god, I remember having a family computer. I remember not knowing how to delete the history off the family computer. Nothing more soy than grown men obsessed with a sports team. Men with a favorite sports team are highly unattractive to me. A man is supposed to dominate his field, conquer resources, ravage his opponents, and bring glory to his name and family, and here he is watching and cheering on other men doing just that. A masculine cuckery. Calling people men who watch dudes in tights chase a ball around a field covered in woke messaging while our country goes up in flames might be a stretch. Your country is being invaded and destroyed and you're watching sports ball? Sad.
Sports
what
ball.
do these guys do all day for fun? The only acceptable manly activity to some of these people is like making fun of 15-year-olds on TikTok who are experimenting with their gender identity. I feel like it's really not that deep. Like, we've always been a very competitive species. We used to watch people fight in like coliseums. We used to watch men get ripped apart by lions in coliseums. Now we watch stickball, or we watch two nerds debate about politics on Twitch. That is our modern day coliseum. UK builders go woke. Study finds 3/4 of tradesmen discuss their feelings with colleagues, while 2/3 shun their fried breakfasts, and nearly half say they are history buffs. What the fuck does going woke mean anymore? Fellas, is it woke to have friends and like history?
Damn, guys, this is woke. Am I cool with the kids now?
No airbags, we die like real men. Went on a date with a man who got in our Uber and instantly put on a seatbelt. The date went okay and he was sweet, but I ghosted him. I could not get the image of him wearing a seatbelt out of my mind. Feminine. If you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual. Fellas, is it gay to not want to die in a car accident? Speaking of seatbelts, I actually found out recently that when seatbelts were first invented, there was like this whole anti-seatbelt movement of people that were just like, I will not wear my seatbelt. The government can't force me to wear a seatbelt. And when I pointed this out online, like 50 of my own fans were like, Shoe, this would have been you. And like, fair enough. The fine trend of men being attracted to female asses is part of the homosexual agenda. Men and women have asses. If they can get you attracted to asses, what's stopping you from being attracted to a man's ass? If a man prefers tits over ass, I just assume he is gay or at least bisexual. Real men prefer ass over tits. Once a man has reached puberty, he should find the breasts of a woman repulsive. They are meant to feed babies. You are no longer a baby. Grow up. Can't like a woman's ass. Can't like a woman's tits. You're gay no matter what. All roads lead to gay. Restaurants? Soy. Bars? Soy. Everything people do to have fun is based around soy. Nature? Chad. Buying big ass steaks and eating them raw in the park? Ew. Chad. I would call the cops on you if I saw that. Yes, hello, there is a strange man eating raw meat in the park around my children. Men don't wear dresses or drink from straws. Watching YouTube videos is a female trait. Men who watch YouTube might as well be women. Well,
there you go, guys. She's putting on a dress. Do it.
On the dress. Men should dress like men and women should dress like women. Culture is clearly trying to blur these lines and Christians should exemplify the distinctions. Ladies, wear dresses often, keep your hair long, and stay healthy. Men, ditch the gay look, grow a beard, and get strong. Ah yes, nothing gay men hate more than strong men with beards. Men who grow beards are insecure and want to feel more masculine because inside they don't feel masculine. Men need to come to grips with the fact that we've all committed sexual assault on women. Men in the comments section, comment if you've never committed a sexual assault on a woman. Like this video if you've never committed sexual assault on a woman. Subscribe to this channel if you've never committed sexual assault on a woman. No grown man should be drinking margaritas. Men drinking cocktails, it's not big and it's not clever. It makes ye look like an absolute tit. And birds drinking pints makes ye look like a lorry driver. This is the most British shit I've ever heard in my life. I need a translator. Something that gives me the ick is men drinking hot drinks. Grown men shouldn't be getting nothing from the ice cream truck. I still get excited when I hear the ice cream truck.
Me
Also,
too.
I just need to know, what are y'all choosing?
SpongeBob.
I'm going with the SpongeBob one.
Me too.
Every time. If you are a male and go to any restaurant and ask for a milkshake, you are gay.
What?
Real men do not drink coffee, especially not iced coffee or flavored coffee. That is sus. If I see a gentleman drinking tea, I assume he is a homosexual. To be honest, I've said it before, tea is gay coffee. Men who drink juice, suspect as hell. I go to Starbucks solely to see the embarrassment on the eyes of the grown man who orders a low-fat iced latte frap frou-frou blah blah when he looks up and sees me taking a sip of my straight black coffee
You
with
2
no
hours
cream or
late to the
sugar.
party.
And then everyone on the train clapped, looks up at you and sees you. This is the start of some like yaoi fanfiction or something. Beta males go to hipster coffee shops for a dirty chai soy latte while alpha males go to Hooters and drink beer
Bruh.
and watch hockey. The beta male left
This dude's name's Nick Adams, alpha male. The fuck?
and attack me all they want. I will never apologize for being an alpha male who eats at Hooters. Going to Hooters is a gender-affirming experience? What? Do men eat raspberries?
Raspberries?
Men? Do you eat
Raspberries?
raspberries? Ain't no real man about to sit around and eat a feminine ass food like hummus.
Be honored, I never
so
watched
much of this just like has to do with food and drinks.
feel
Just
honored.
made up arbitrary rules about what
Honor
is
on
and
me,
what is
honor
not
on my cow,
masculine food.
honor on my
like, are
family.
boneless chicken wings masculine food? Better question, are boneless chicken wings chicken nuggets? Leftist men
Yes.
are not real men. Leftist
Yes, they
males
are.
are a bunch of beta losers. The
Oh.
reason why I say males is because I would not consider a leftist male a man. Leftist males are not real men. Simple.
What?
I don't know, like Joseph Stalin was pretty manly. I like how in order to find one example of like a masculine leftist man, I have to like take out a history book and this shit is so dumb though. Like this idea that all conservative men are like hyper masculine and like no leftist men are masculine. Like it doesn't hold up. Obviously there are masculine leftist men. Liberal men, however, men are capitalists. Feminine men are socialists. The two genders. In reality, conservative men are the most effeminate men when you really think about it. I mean, authoritarianism in general is kind of subby. Oh, you want the state to control you? You want to lick the boot? Bottom behavior. Leftism lowers your testosterone. Racism increases your testosterone. The two political parties, leftism and racism. Any man
Oh my
whose
God.
heart is melted by a woman is no man at all. Fellas, is it gay to fall in love? Eating girls out
Is
is
it?
submissive. You are what you eat. If you as a man eat pussy, you are one. Licking coochie is worse than cocaine addiction. Eating pussy is so childish. Eating pussy is too submissive for me. It feels gay. Literally, fellas, is it gay to eat pussy? Real men eat ass. A real man does not eat ass. Getting mixed messages here.
Oh my God.
Face-sitting, cowgirl, and any other position with a woman on top are fundamentally acts of homosexuality. Fellas, is it homosexual to have heterosexual sex? A penis has muscle tissue. The more you use it, the stronger and bigger it becomes. The vagina is elastic. If you overuse it, it will lose its elasticity and become a borehole. A penis is muscle tissue. The more you use it, the stronger and bigger it becomes. Getting big dick gains at the gym. Don't skip day, bro. So this isn't even true. This is the truth. Ladies, if he's had more than 3 sexual partners, he got a string bean. A man having the TikTok app is one thing, but making TikToks?
Dude,
What the
I
actual
have
hell is
news
that? You know
for
what? I
you.
actually agree with this one. F TikTok. And I'm not just saying that because I do not understand TikTok and I don't know how to navigate it or use it. Or men with long hair are not men. If I bend you over and you look like a woman from behind, you are not a man or you are gay.
Oh my
Wait a
God.
minute. If you bend a man over, they are gay?
Huh?
If you are depressed as a man, you have failed as a man. This is why so many depressed men are choosing to become women. Think about why you never see emo boys anymore. Because they're all trans women. Trans agenda has
Now that that sentence has been said, I don't really see a lot of emo boys anymore. Now that that's been said, and now that I'm thinking about it, like, emo boys was the thing. I don't see it anymore.
Stolen our emo boys. If you are a man over 30 and you have time to maintain more than 5 friendships, I mean real friendships, you are either a loser, groomer, or gay. Fellas, is it gay to have friends? Smiling too much is beta, and women know that men who smile frequently signal to other men that they are not a threat. Better smile less or smirk without showing teeth, as this is more alpha. Smirk without showing teeth? What, do like the DreamWorks smirk? If you are above the age of 27 and not making 6 figures a year, you should be forced to transition into a woman because it is over for you.
Oh my God.
The forced feminization of working class men.
Damn.
Joe Biden's America.
America.
Large penises are seen as desirable is just another symptom of Western degeneration. Large penises are a sign of low intelligence and savage genetics. Small penises indicate high intelligence and aristocratic blood. Whatever makes you feel better, bro.
Or means I'm a
equals
femboy.
masculine. Wow. Equals feminine. Racist white dudes be like, here's my top 25 films.
Oh my
These
God.
are like very normal, good movies.
They are. I see
These
the
are very
Joker
like
in there, but
popular,
Iron.
critically acclaimed movies. The Matrix? Racist white dudes? Liking
love The
Inglourious
Matrix.
Bastards? The movie where they kill Nazis? That one? Also, women have no f***ing room to talk. Don't go around calling Pulp Fiction and Fight Club red flag movies when your ass is binge watching serial killer documentaries. Men, it is effeminate and weak to ask a woman on a date. A real man does not
serial
ask.
killer
He takes what is
documentaries.
rightfully his. No, don't do that. No. Ancient men sent to war on behalf of the empire at age 15. Leaned, jacked, sunned balls. Modern men beg for women's appreciation. Pale, depressed, fat.
Oh my
Ask
God.
for permission before. A real man just pisses everywhere while making eye contact. Jacked body, calm mind, sunned balls. Strong family, confident mindset, sharp and I feel like if you find this attractive, you are pretty much gay, but don't want the stigma that goes along with it. The muscle life and thigh up is real. They got you thirsting for women with male bodies. They want to turn you gay. Liking muscle mommies or strong women is gay. Fellas, isn't gay to like hot women? If you like pick A over pick B, you are in fact socially engineered or slightly
Can I pick
homosexual.
both?
Okay,
They're both pretty.
hot take, but both?
Yeah.
Both are good.
Both.
Hi, progressive leftist.
Both, please.
Hi. If your idea of a man is
Both.
sitting around in your skinny jeans, sipping on a grande peppermint mocha made with soy topped off with whip, then you do you. I'm going to do me, which is a God-fearing American who loves his country and flag.
What?
Okay. Why is it always coffee? Why is it always Starbucks latte? I haven't brushed my
Latte.
teeth in over a week. I rarely brush my teeth. Feels gay. Ladies, if you want to find out
Which
if your
means
man is
nothing
gay,
is
check
gay.
the back of his toilet seat. If that shit ain't dirty, he is bisexual at least. If you wipe your ass with baby wipes and you're not a girl, you are borderline bisexual. Please, for the love of God, clean your ass. It is not manly to have a shitty, poopy asshole.
Yeah,
Wash
guys,
your ass.
wash
Red flag
wash
list
your
just dropped.
ass.
Let's
Wash your
discuss.
ass.
Sagittarius or Aquarius? Astrology is just racism for white women. Thinks Kanye is a genius. Well, that one aged well. Loves Bitcoin/crypto. Okay, I actually agree with this. I had a nightmare like 2 years ago that I met this boy and he was really nice, and then he started showing me like his little NFT monkeys on his phone. I literally had a nightmare. It's from New Jersey.
Shit.
Okay, I agree with that too. New Jersey is New York's dump. Has abs. Not a big fan of abs, but
Abs.
I don't see how that's a red flag.
Abs.
Only has one pillow. I mean, it's not a big deal if he has one pillow. It is a big deal if he has a yellow pillow. Ladies, what gives you the ick? When he's born in June. A man born anywhere from February
Yeah, guys,
19th
do you have
to
a
March
yellow
20th
pillow?
does not sit right with me. Why, as a man, are you born in June? There's something about men being born between March and August that makes me sick, man. There's something very unmasculine about men who aren't born in October through December. When a man tells me his birthday is in July, I look at him sideways like, are you a girl? Fellas, is it gay to be born, it really is racism for women. A man has no time for happiness.
Bro.
Happiness is for women and children.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like according to these people, like the rules of being a man are just like, be miserable, drink and eat only red meat and tar, go to work, do nothing fun ever, never wash your ass, and die in a car accident. The most masculine thing to me is honestly just like not giving a fuck. Just not
Yeah,
giving
don't give a fuck,
about what
guys.
other
Don't give a
people
flying
think.
rat
Just doing
ass.
and eating
Look.
whatever you want. To me
my foot's
personally, it
asleep
would just
again.
be a
Look.
huge turnoff if a guy was like, oh no, I'm not drinking that margarita. That's a girly drink. Like, I'm 12 years old. They just have like a child's idea of what
God,
it is to be like a
margaritas are
grown
so
up
good.
and be a man. It also just reeks of insecurity. Like, why are you that afraid of looking gay? I don't get it. So that was my little fun video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider donating to my Patreon to help out the channel. Link
Real
down
man
below.
doesn't give no
Oh, Merry
fucks.
Christmas,
Exactly.
Happy Holidays, and I will see you guys with a new
A Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I love this girl. She's great. Who suggested that we watch her again? Whose idea was this?
Bruh. Whose idea was this? This is fabulous.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Fabulous. I love this. I want to watch the two recent ones. I know you said that I have to watch this one before I watch this one, so I want to do these two next. We listen and we don't judge. Exactly.
These are very close politically, so I've been watching.
Election night in America, one of the most consequential elections in recent history.
Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky,
Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. Missouri will go to Donald Trump.
It's clear now that Donald Trump has picked up key support among Hispanic voters despite all the things that he said.
Donald Trump will win the state of North Carolina.
The state of Georgia will go to former President Donald Trump.
The evening was getting increasingly somber as people realized what this map is looking like.
CNN projects that Donald Trump will win the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Kamala Harris is not winning.
So you won't hear from the vice president tonight?
News Decision Desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
You really think that was
the
nuts.
Democratic Party
Really,
is
people.
fighting for you? The overwhelming answer is
She made more videos. They're always bangers, but the over
no.
would ruin her impact as a one and only.
I seen the sticker on that
Well,
bitch.
well,
Wait,
well.
go back. I seen you still have the sticker on that. Hold on.
No.
See, she still has the tag on it. Girl, I'm calling you out. You left the sticker on your wine glass.
Well, well, well. What have we learned?
It's plastic
Nothing,
too.
apparently. I regret to inform you, everything I predicted about the election in my last video came true, and more. Men did overwhelmingly turn out for Trump, especially young men. But I was wrong about one thing. Young men weren't the only ones who came out in droves for Trump. Nearly everyone did. The madman took everything, every swing state, Pennsylvania, Georgia, my home state, New York, was closer to flipping red than Florida was to flipping blue. Turns out Dick Cheney as Brett wasn't the best message to win over voters.
She's a bro.
Dems did so bad it really had me thinking, damn, did we steal that election? So what happened here? How did it go so wrong? Is it too late for the Democratic Party, or can they turn this around?
no, it's
Will
too
the
late.
Democrats learn from this?
We already
or
know
will they
this.
double down and get worse? In this video, I'm going to go through all the excuses and the copes the Democrats and the broader left are coming up with to avoid accountability. Read some silly tweets, watch some silly news clips, and even give the Democratic Party some advice on how to win 2028. Don't worry, Republicans watching this. They won't listen. Maybe in 2050, under the barren Trump monarchy, someone might come to their senses, but not anytime soon. If you only watched or read most mainstream liberal news, it really seemed like Kamala had this in the bag, which is why you should try to get your news from a variety of different sources. Oh, That reminds me, before we dive into this election dissection, let's give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor I've been working with for over 4 years now. Ground News was a pretty big loss. Embarrassing, quite frankly. Donald Trump overperformed in nearly every state, with basically every demographic, and the entire country seems to be shifting more red. Everyone was so sure dangerous, devious, dastardly Donald would never make his way back into the White House to steal democracy. And he did it. With democracy. Anyway, I got a lot of comments on my last video like, wait, you're left-wing and you hate the Democrats? Yeah, man, that's crazy. A pretty common thing. And if you're shocked that I'm left-wing, maybe that's a sign you need to take a step back and evaluate some of the preconceived stereotypes you have of people. Not all of us are crazy blue-haired socialists, no. Some of us are crazy brown-haired socialists. But for those of you who are new here, hello, I am Shoe0nHead. If you ask the right wing, I am Stalin. If you ask the left wing, I am Hitler. Fiscally far left, culturally centrist, socially retarded. But if you really must put me in a box, it's not that hard to pin me down. I'm a populist. Think Huey Long if he was a 5'3" Italian New Yorker woman who still did her hair and makeup like it was 2008. Put a pin in that Huey Long name, by the way. He's gonna come up later. I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s. My political awakening was jibjab.com. The first time I voted for Obama. I was ready for that hope and change. Instead, we got the crushing of Occupy Wall Street and more drone strikes. And from there, it only got worse. I voted for Bernie in the primaries in 2016, and I watched as the Democratic Party did everything in their power to destroy this man twice. So it is safe to say I am a little biased when it comes to the Democratic Party, but I don't think I've hated them more than I do right now. The truth is, my last video was way meaner and way harsher than the final product turned out to be. When I showed the video to my assistant, he basically had an intervention with me and he was like, listen, you need to soften this up a bit. It's a few days before the election. You went too hard. Well, the election is over. And I'm sorry, River, but I'm going hard.
Oh, God, I hate when she cracks her knuckles.
Idiots. You morons. You imbeciles. Kamala Harris? Really? That's who you threw up there? The one who dropped out before Iowa? The one who got blown the f out by Tulsi Gabbard? Why didn't you hold a primary? Aren't you the f***ing saviors of democracy? Where the f was the democracy? Oh, big congratulations to Tim Walz on being the first white male DEI hire. It didn't f***ing work. The DNC completely neutered that guy, reduced him to this weird token white man. Hello, fellow men, I too play football. But hey, men weren't the only demographic you completely dropped the ball with. Trump made incredible gains with women, too. Oh, and all those never-Trumpers you tried to court, the people who like the old, respectable GOP? You know, the old, respectable GOP that led us into a pointless war that cost us trillions of dollars and millions of lives. But we're at least nice on Twitter. That GOP. Yeah, they didn't come out and vote for your ass either. So you got Liz Cheney to tag along for what? For f***ing what? You raised $1 billion and ended up $20 million in debt? Where the hell did all that money go? Maybe you should have it all on celebrity appearances that did nothing. Or maybe it was spending 6 figures on a single-use set for the Call Her Daddy podcast that didn't even hit 1 million views. I want to see a full audit of this campaign, because I wouldn't be surprised if this was all like a big money laundering scheme, because honestly, that makes more sense than this being a legitimate presidential campaign. Then they have the
Did you just see her face? She was like,
beg their supporters for money after she lost. How about you? How about every DNC consultant should have this map sewn onto the inside of their eyelids? May they never have a peaceful wink of sleep for the rest of their miserable lives. So that is how I feel about the whole situation. But what do Democrats and the media think? What do they think the Harris campaign did wrong? Why do they think Kamala lost?
I think Harris ran a really good campaign. If there's one person
I
do not blame for this loss, it is Vice President Harris.
This is gonna be a long fucking video. The media this morning saying Dems need to have a reckoning.
What is this
No,
video?
we don't. We can't be blamed because we expected Americans to be who they always claim they are. Democrats don't have a messaging problem. America has a racism problem. Kamala ran a flawless campaign in 100 days, and I refuse to let y'all gaslight me into believing anything other than that. She lost because she's a woman, and a black one at that.
I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign.
Listen, I'm no political analyst, but losing seems like a pretty big flaw. Truly, don't overthink it. It's because she's a woman, she's a black woman. Don't overthink it. In fact, don't think about it at all.
And Kamala Harris lived up to our dreams. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. She ran a remarkable 107-day emergency campaign full of joy and hope.
Can I be?
Kamala Harris was the perfect.
Can I be 100%? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, and you guys can flame me if you want to, or get mad at me, or cancel me if you so choose. But from what I remember, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go run and pee really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and continue this. I'm gonna say this with full transparency, and keep in mind, when this was going on, I didn't really keep up on it or anything like that. All the videos and stuff that I seen of Kamala everywhere, I had no idea she was a black lady. No fucking idea.
Stop it. Get some help.
I can't breathe. I shit you. I thought she was white. I thought she was white because all the videos and all the like political shit I seen on the TV, she looked pasty as fuck. Like she looked white. So I had no fucking idea. I had no clue until 5 minutes ago. I don't know if it was because maybe it was the TV. I don't know. I thought she was pasty white as a ghost. Yeah. Continue. She's mixed technically, but the thing is, she looks so white pasty to me. Like I'm very white. Like I'm ghostly white. That's when I would see her on the TV. That's what she looks like to me. She looked ghostly white. Okay, I need to pee, so I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I feel better now. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm going to hell. This racist turns everyone white. What? Bruh. Dude. That was timed nicely. It very much so was. Obviously, that was timed nicely.
Candidate, and she ran a beautiful campaign of joy, empathy, and unity. Joy and empathy and unity doesn't motivate people to go to the polls. No wonder Republicans had incredible turnout and so many Democrats stayed home. This isn't Steven's universe. You just can't like joy and empathy and unity your way out of not being able to afford food for your family. CNN has a story titled, Where the Harris Campaign Went Wrong. Nope. I won't read it. Harris ran a great campaign. The story should be titled, Where the American People Went Wrong.
Oh my God.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la, I can't hear you. It's not me, it's you. La 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 la. The cope is unreal here. They don't even want to listen to criticism. They really think they did absolutely nothing wrong. They only see this as a Trump win and not a Democrat failure. Kamala Harris was not a flawed candidate. America is a flawed country. This incredible tweet here is from Shannon Watts, who is on the board of Emerge America, which is an organization that, quote, shows Democratic women how to run for office. Yeah, we're never getting a female president.
Joe Biden's been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States. Whoa. He would absolve her.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What the f is this Make-A-Wish president shit? Like she's a little kid who wants to play pretend. Oh, just let her for a few days. What? Please tell me. We're not gonna get the first female president out of pity. Well done, America. You failed them both. The people cannot let politicians down. That's not how this works. As a politician, you are not owed anyone's vote. You have to earn it, and evidently she didn't earn it. We already went through this in 2016. Donald Trump beat both female candidates. Donald iron sealing Trump. It's not our fault the female candidates you're putting up are dog shit. Good female candidates and maybe people will vote for them. At this rate, the first female president is going to be a Republican. Mark my words, it's bound to happen.
Probably.
And if it doesn't happen, this was a joke. One of the groups that showed up overwhelmingly for Trump was Latinos. One of the major stories of the results is the significant surge in support for Trump among Latino voters. Trump nearly erased the Democratic advantage in this group, narrowing the gap from 33 points to just 8. Democrats gonna build the wall 50 times higher after that one. We have to have a very, very uncomfortable conversation about Latino voters in this country. Me watching him deport the Latinos and the Arab Americans after they voted for him.
Oh my God.
Cinco de Mayo.
To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You gotta go.
I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members.
Oh my God.
So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members.
Donald Trump's strongest soldiers. Spiteful liberals.
A district that's 97% Latino with 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
So
and they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
Another demographic for people that overwhelmingly showed up to vote against Kamala were Muslims. In a Michigan-specific poll of 502 registered Muslim voters, Stein got 59% support, followed by Trump at 22%, and Harris with a tiny 14% of the vote. The results show significant backlash to the Biden administration's handling of Israel's brutal war in Gaza, which has killed at least 43,508 Palestinians, including more than 16,765 children, as well as how the Harris campaign chose to tackle the issue. So how exactly did they tackle that issue? Why, sending that old pervert freak Bill Clinton up to Michigan to talk down to Muslims about Palestine.
I understand why young Palestinian and Arab Americans in Michigan think too many people have died. I get that.
Do you, bitch?
But
Muslims really said, we hate you more than the guy that talked about a Muslim ban. Just a side note, look at this fucking guy. It's like he hasn't had his daily dose of adrenochrome in a week. Someone get this man a fresh child stat. Muslims, Latinos, who else are we gonna blame? Ah yes, women. Yes, Trump improved with young men, but he drew in young women too.
Wow, look at that. 52% of all women who look like me are stupid.
Despite making abortion the #1 issue in her campaign, despite Brat Summer, despite the white women for Harris Zoom calls, and most of all, despite the Taylor Swift endorsement, Harris only managed to get +8 with women. Despite it all, many women came out to support Trump, especially Gen Z women. In 2020, 30% of young women voted for Trump. In 2024, 40% of young women voted for Trump. In fact, so many women voted for him that women on TikTok started wearing blue bracelets to signal to other women that they were one of the good ones who didn't vote for Trump.
Swifties, I'm buying as many blue beads and blue hearts as I can, and I'm gonna make bracelets so we know who we can trust.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyway, some young women in response to Trump's victory are starting to get into the 4B movement. A movement started in South Korea. Basically, MGTOW for women. Women giving up on dating men, having sex with men, having babies, marriage, whatever.
Oh my dear God.
Indefinitely.
Cancel all future plans with men. 4B is where it's at. Use their own stupid traditional views against them. Say that you don't want sex before marriage. Say that you are waiting for the right man.
Oh, dear
they will be
God.
seething because they are sexually
world is
dependent
going
on
to
women
shit.
who they
I know,
call
that's how-
sluts.
wow,
See,
no,
this is the best angle. No sex before marriage. Give them what they voted for. So conservatives won the election and women are threatening to not sleep around. It kind of seems like the conservatives won a little more than just the election. I might do a whole video on the 4B movement. Tell me if you're interested in that. I don't know. Anyway, young men did come out and support Trump, and apparently for the reasons I and many others predicted. We asked young men why they voted for Donald Trump. Here's what they said. Nick Sumners, a 21-year-old cosmetic car repairman from Virginia, says he is pro-choice. When he voted in the 2024 presidential election, he did so for Donald Trump. Despite his personal beliefs, he says that Trump talks about the American people in a way that resonates with him, without, in his opinion, faulting him for his gender and sexual orientation. I'm a straight white man, and I feel like we take the blame for a lot of things. Of course there are bad guys, he adds, insisting that he's not one of them just because he voted for Trump. But what appealed to him about Donald Trump was that his campaign was not coming after us.
Hot
He was
tacos!
highlighting the American people,
How you doing,
which
buddy?
we are. It doesn't matter what color you are, what you may identify as.
Everyone
Since
say
I
hi
wasn't
to
excluded,
tacos.
I resonated with it. When you tell a young white guy, hey,
Hi,
you're an
tacos.
oppressor, and because you're white, you have privileges that your black and Hispanic peers didn't have, and you're inherently at fault, or you're guilty for that, which is what a lot of the left wings or Democrats are saying. We're not racist, we're not misogynistic, we're just normal people, and we are friends with everyone. We're tired of hearing a lot of this BS from a lot on the far left. I feel like there's this cultural frustration that young men have that they're not allowed to be young men. I hope the male loneliness epidemic eats you MAGA scum alive. I hope you feel a hole in your soul and feel unloved until your dying day. I hope you rot in your deathbed, wondering why women
I'm gonna
look
get
at
hung
you
on a
like you have
cross? What do you
rabies your whole
mean?
life as your eyes close
Why would you
for
get
the
hung on
last
a
time.
cross?
Unfortunately, the all men suck branding just isn't good for getting men to ally with you. Oh no, it can't be. Is that the consequences of my own actions?
Oh, no.
Yes, the reasonable and rational men know you aren't talking about them, but maybe it's time to realize that most men aren't reasonable and rational. How do you speak to young men when they're literally Nazis? Why are Gen Z males the f***ing Hitler youth? How do we get young men to get on board with the young men eat and die movement? Hear me out. Maybe not calling them Hitler youth.
So the
After
community
the election, a
wanted
YouTuber
anyway.
I am subscribed to uploaded a video called How the Right is Winning Young Men. And I was excited to see his take. But then it comes time to talk about men's issues, and this is how he did it.
But this is the part where I want to enter the male loneliness epidemic. I know. We're all tired of hearing.
The entire idea of the male loneliness epidemic is it's this idea that really centers men and men's feelings. The premise is of quite a flawed premise to begin with.
I agree.
What feelings? Men have feelings? What?
I also, I have such mixed feelings about this. I do. Unpopular though it is on the left to like give grace to the male loneliness epidemic. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm picking my words carefully so the leftists don't murder me. Like, don't rake me over the coals
Side note, I love his nails.
for this. But I think that I understand as much as I can understand a heterosexual man.
Yeah, I think we found the answer to the video title. I have to pick my words carefully so my own movement doesn't attack me for caring about men's issues. You see the issue? If you can't talk about this without having to walk on eggshells in fear of your own
I'm assuming
allies
also.
ripping your head off, maybe that is part of the reason men are moving right. Also, I feel like this is really important to say. I don't think all these men are moving right. I think just a lot of them hate the Democratic Party and feel alienated from the left. So what was the overwhelming takeaway from the Democrats and the left? To actually start listening to men? No, of course not. Instead, their solution once again seems to be We need a liberal Joe Rogan.
You're welcome,
We need a
alright.
liberal
Yeah, thank
Joe
you.
Rogan ASAP.
Thank you.
We need a
'Cause now I'm not
left-wing
gonna shut
Rogan.
up.
Democrats are gonna keep losing until they have their own Joe Rogan, their own Elon Musk, until they create their own alternative to Fox News. People saying Harris should have done Joe Rogan are missing the point. That wouldn't have helped her. Liberals need to build their own Joe Rogan.
Oh my God.
We need a liberal Joe Rogan. You had a liberal Joe Rogan. His name was Joe Rogan, but he was too edgy, too problematic, said too many no-no words, talked to too many no-no people about no-no topics, and in 2020, when Bernie Sanders went on his podcast and Joe endorsed him, the Democrat journalist class freaked the out and smeared him for weeks. The left can't have a Joe Rogan, because everything that makes Joe Rogan, is not allowed on the left. Kamala Harris ditched Joe Rogan podcast interview over progressive.
I swear to God, this bitch looked white. And fucking everything I seen on TV, she looked white.
Backlash fears. So Joe Rogan was too problematic, but Liz Cheney was fine? Listen, you don't need a leftist Joe Rogan or liberal Joe Rogan. You just need leftists and liberals to go on Joe Rogan. And that means not giving a shit about being canceled by your own movement.
Look, you can have an argument with Rogan, agree with him, disagree with him, but what's the problem going on those shows? I got vilified by some of the Democratic establishment because I went on Rogan's show.
It might be the lady. I don't know.
Doing just that.
But
anyways,
she looked white. I had no idea she was of color.
Aimed at setting the youth straight.
No idea.
Yes, there's
Not a
nothing the
fucking
youth
clue.
enjoy more than being set straight.
We don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and
Right.
Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction. By the way, we should educate men that it's actually really great to live with a strong woman who makes money. It's actually easier. Life is easier.
We're gonna be under Republican rule for the next 100 years, aren't we?
The next
Trump's win
100
leaves
years.
Democrats asking, where are our bro whisperers? We have to make entertaining, engaging content that men want to watch and care
Guys,
about.
where's the bros?
Then, over time, you pepper in more progressive views. So you want to start a normal podcast and then start sprinkling in propaganda? Should you even be saying this out loud? Dems need to seriously put all their money into creating propaganda networks to compete with the right's massive amount of propaganda. Democrats need their own propaganda machine, and I'm not even joking a little bit. First of all, again, I don't think we need better propaganda is something you should be saying out loud. Second of all, Democrats already have that, and have had it for decades. It's called Hollywood. It's called every celebrity, every institution, every piece of media, from movies to video games. Every celebrity from Beyonce to Taylor Swift endorsed her. She had Cardi B at all her rallies. She got the fucking Avengers together.
She did.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hey, Scarlett.
Hi, Avengers.
Trump is literally Thanos. By the way, with all these journalists and people talking about how we need a liberal Andrew Tate, a liberal Joe Rogan, yeah, be prepared to see some of the most forced, overproduced, astroturfed streamers and YouTubers to pop up overnight and subtly or not so subtly start shilling for the Democratic Party. You're gonna start seeing funded DNC plants all over YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, because they really do think the answer to all of this is more podcasts. All the funding in the world won't buy you an audience. You could have $1 million set and the best sound and video equipment ever, but it will not buy you a large and dedicated audience. I've been using a Mac laptop webcam and a shitty
I did see her
snowball
call
mic
out
for over 10
VTubers and
years,
I'm
you
scared.
idiots keep coming back for some reason. And listen, it's 2024. Y'all have a camera and a microphone.
But I embrace
Be
it.
the liberal Joe Rogan you want to see in the world. But the thing is, if people can hear your opinions when they turn on the TV, they're not gonna watch your shit. People tune into alt media to hear alt opinions. Even the most popular leftist streamers, like Hassan, for example, spend a lot of time criticizing the Democratic Party. So it's gonna be hard to build some kind of Democrat shill Joe Rogan. But I can't wait to see you try. After the election, one of the only politicians I've seen who is actively trying to understand why people voted the way that they did is AOC. When I met her, I whispered into her ear,
I'm living for it.
pronouns out of your bio. And she did.
Jesus Christ.
My influence. Anyway, after the election, AOC found out that a ton of people voted for her down ballot, but also voted for Trump for president on the same ticket. Curious, she took to her Instagram to ask people why they did that. And these were some of their answers. I feel like Trump and you are both real. It's real simple. Trump and you care for the working class. But also you signified change. Trump signified change. I've said lately, Trump sounds more like you.
Oh my God.
Loved ones say you're both straightforward and challenging corruption corruption and broken government. Because it's different than what has been the last 4 years. Something had to go. I feel that you both are outsiders compared to the rest of DC and less establishment. Voted Trump, but I like you and Bernie. I don't trust either party establishment politicians. The replies, of course, were full of people like, these idiots, these morons, these fools, most depressing shit I've ever seen.
Oh my
These
God.
people sound dumb as hell. Such staggering ignorance and stupidity. The median voter. I hate the median voter. I want to destroy the median voter. Why is the median voter this stupid? I hate the median voter. How could this be real? Americans really are the dumbest gentlemen on earth. This is giving me a headache. I don't understand the median voter. Listen, it's really not that hard to understand. It's populism, honey.
It's
why when I went to
populism,
January
honey.
6th and told a bunch of boomers I was a Bernie supporter, a ton of them reacted like this.
I think he's one of the few honest people. I think he's honest.
He beat Hillary Clinton, and he would have beat Joe Biden, too.
People hate empty suits that sound like they're constantly reading from a script. They want someone who tells it like it is. Someone who fights for the everyman, or at least sounds like they do.
How are you feeling about Trump's upcoming presidency, Trump 2?
I voted for him.
Oh, you like AOC?
Yeah.
Did you vote for her?
Yeah. Remember one thing about why people voted for Trump. They want change.
The average American voter despises the establishment and will vote for anyone who promises to destroy it. And the fact that none of you understand this is a big reason why you lost and will continue to lose until you do understand it. Capiche? The beatings will continue until the populism improves. How could people have voted for this felon? How could they vote for Trump, especially after January 6th, where he led a bunch of his supporters to destroy that beautiful, shining beacon of hope? Well, first of all, you have to understand that that's not a shining beacon of hope to most people. That is a dirty, disgusting brothel that sold out the future of their children and will probably send them into the next world war. After all the indictments, the mugshots, the committees, the documentaries, people clearly don't care about January 6th. And that might scare some people, but the truth is, a politician that promises safety and affordable food can do 100 January 6s. It's kind of like FDR said. Democracy has disappeared in several other great nations, not because the people of those nations dislike democracy, but because they had grown tired of unemployment and insecurity, of seeing their children hungry while they sat helpless in the face of government confusion and government weakness through lack of leadership. Finally, in desperation, they chose to sacrifice liberty in hope of getting something to eat. Speaking of FDR, let's talk a little bit about the guy that FDR stole a bunch of his ideas from, shall we? Someone who the modern Democratic Party should probably try and learn from. That's right, I finally found an excuse to talk about my favorite politician. The man, the myth, the legend, the kingfish himself, Huey Long. Huey Long was the 40th governor of Louisiana from 1928 to 1932. He was a populist member of the Democratic Party and rose to national prominence during the Great Depression. He took on Big Oil and Wall Street and drastically helped lift Louisiana out of poverty. Long had many supporters and haters, and to this day is celebrated as a populist champion of the people. And at the same time, denounced as a fascist demagogue.
She looks
to give you
great.
a better idea of who Huey was,
She looks so
here are
great.
some quotes from the man himself. Corrupted by wealth and power, your government is like a restaurant with only one dish. They've got a set of Republican waiters on one side and a set of Democratic waiters on the other. But no matter which set of waiters brings you the dish, the legislative grub is all prepared in the
Literally
same Wall
on
Street
point.
kitchen. The only difference I ever found between the Democratic leadership and the Republican leadership is that one of them is skinning you from the ankle up and the other from the ear down. But Huey Long wasn't some enlightened centrist, no. The man firmly had a side, and that side was the people. I'm for the
people.
poor man. All poor men. Black and white. They all gotta have a chance. They gotta have a home, a job, a decent education for their children. Every man a king. That's my slogan. When asked if he cared about the bad press he got, Huey replied, "All I care about is what the boys at the forks of the creek think of me." And when Big Oil threatened to leave Louisiana, he said, "If they gotta leave, they can go to hell and stay there." They don't make politicians like this anymore.
No.
Politicians used to be like mob bosses. Now they go on Call Her Daddy podcasts. Sad.
Call Her
Huey had
Daddy
many powerful enemies. And because of this, he was assassinated in 1935. His last words were allegedly, "God, don't let me die. I have so much to do." There's a lot of talk online right now about how we need a Joe Rogan for the left and Andrew Tate for the left. But there's also talk about how we need a Donald Trump for the left.
What?
And, well, Huey Long was exactly that. And to be completely honest, I don't
Yeah, he
think
was
you people
assassinated.
handle a Donald Trump for the left. You couldn't even handle Bernie Sanders. You called him
Did
a
she
sexist
really?
and a racist
I
and
didn't
did
know
everything
that.
in your power to crush him and keep him down. But unlike Bernie, Huey Long wouldn't just lay down and take it. Huey Long would scare the shit out of the modern Democratic Party. But if there's anyone they need to take a lesson from, it's him. Alright, time to get out of this costume. I feel like an old hooer. It should come as no great surprise that the Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, would find that the working class had abandoned them. Bernie Sanders said in a statement about the results of Tuesday's election, while the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change. And they're right. Will the big money interests and well-paid consultants who control the Democratic Party learn any real lessons from this disastrous campaign? Will they understand the pain and political alienation that tens of millions of Americans are experiencing? Do they have any ideas as to how we can take on the increasingly powerful oligarchy which has so much economic power? Probably not. All the groups that Sanders originally courted, young people, Latinos, the working class, are gone. And I don't know if they're coming back. Maybe this is a one-time thing, maybe it's just because of Trump or inflation, or maybe the meme is coming true. Maybe Republicans
memes always come
are
true.
the new party of the working class. Democrats' working class exodus sets off reckoning within party. Democrats, who have long prided themselves as the party for the little guy, instead strengthened their emerging base of financially secure college graduates this election, while a growing number of blue-collar voters embraced Trump and Republicans. Especially alarming for Democrats this election, the exodus of working-class voters from the Democratic Party included not just white voters, but helped Trump make gains with Latino and black men. This realignment crystallized a political reality that is tough for Democrats to swallow. With blue-collar voters flocking away from their party over multiple election cycles, Democrats' refashioned base is becoming more upper-class, urban, suburban, and coastal. It's a narrowed coalition that does not bode well for future elections.
Bro, The Simpsons is crazy. All the shit that they've
closer
said
to the
has
Obama
come true.
coalition than the Harris one is.
And
that
it's
is crazy. That
terrifying.
wild. That is what we call a potential party switch. And I don't really care about how many leftists or Democrats cope about this. We have better union policies, we have better wages policy. Yeah, that might be true, and I agree, but we don't get to decide who the party of the working class is. The working class does. And if exit polls are anything to go by, basic left-wing economic policy is still incredibly popular. People just hate the Democratic Party. White men without college degrees are going to ruin this country. First of all, white men without college degrees built this country, bitch. Second of all, this is apparently a real Democratic Party strategist saying this. You want to know how to win 2028? Step 1. Stop listening to freaks like this. The election, if having a degree was a requirement to vote. And this is what the election would look like if everyone was allowed to vote. Oh wait, that's this election. I too hate democracy.
And I think Bernie Sanders is wrong. I think the more relevant question actually is what is wrong with America?
Democrats have a smug problem. The day after the election, an NBC News chart circulated on Instagram that highlighting exit poll data showing that the more education you had, the more likely you would vote for Vice President Kamala Harris over President-elect Donald Trump. Some liberals used the occasion to look down upon the icky dummies who were too stupid to know they shouldn't vote for Trump. Yet Trump's victory was both definitive and diverse. He won broad swaths of the electorate, making significant gains in New York and California, and winning over larger percentages of Latino voters and young voters than in 2020. He also won a majority of first-time voters. Large factions of the left condescendingly believe that dumb people are the reason Trump won in 2016 and won again in 2024. And that patronizing, visceral vibe is obvious. It's a massive turnoff to many other voters. It is a mountain smug Democrats have to overcome if they want to reconnect with voters. Once, the coastal liberal establishment had an air of open-mindedness. But now, these elites have evolved into the provincial, narrow-minded scolds they once critiqued. All their education has narrowed their worldview. Their credentialism has built themselves a bubble in which to hide from reality. The contempt many liberals and some leftists have for the working class has never been more on display than it is right now. Even coming from some leftist YouTubers I watch that I know better and spend a lot of their time trying to bring people to the left. Your college degree does not make you any smarter than a working class person without a college degree. And more importantly, don't talk down to a vast majority of the population, because despite how badly you want to believe it, they are not stupid. They are the people who grow your food, build your houses, pave your roads, fix the plumbing in your luxury apartments. And guess what? There are more of them than there are of you. So maybe you people should start listening to them instead of wagging your finger in their faces, disagreeing with you with some moral failing.
Go off,
It's
Queen.
not. These people aren't all racists and Nazis or whatever. They are normal people. They are the proletariat. proletariat. They're who you should be fighting for. And they don't believe you are fighting for them. More importantly, there is a difference between being educated and being smart. IQ isn't just about how many books you've read or how many words you know. A lot of it is about pattern recognition, and boy did I recognize some patterns here. Maybe you guys should have listened to the bimbo with populist brain rot, because she seemed to be right about a lot of this. If the Democratic Party wants to win another election, they need to start understanding the importance of populism. Drop the divisive identity politics and focus on the bread and butter issues, or you are doomed. Become the party of Huey Long again, or you are doomed. But you know what? Maybe you're not doomed. Because if Trump fails to deliver on his promises, or we get like George Bush 3, it's totally possible that the populism vacuum will be open again. Will the Democrats take advantage of this and actually put up a good candidate?
I'm not paying attention.
No. They're gonna put up like Pete Buttigieg or Gavin Newsom, and the populism vacuum will be filled by people like my Twitter mutual and soon-to-be Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. That is still so weird. What do I do with this power? Hey, JD, best buddy, I have an idea. It's called Patriot Care, and it's healthcare, but our tax dollars go to it instead of bombs. Doesn't that sound cool? If you can't beat them, join them. The fact is, this election was a complete rejection of the liberal ideology. Or it was just because of inflation and people want to afford eggs again.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was probably that.
Yeah.
It just kind of sucks to see the party you voted for your whole life, the party you grew up with, just get worse and worse over time. After this, the Democrats are gonna move right in the dumbest ways. They're gonna become like the new neocons, but gay. And I have no idea how a second Trump term is gonna go. I hope it goes well. I don't know. Congrats to RFK, I guess. I'll see you guys in the Adderall labor camps.
I thought he wasn't
Otherwise
delivering
known
on
as the
some of his
concentration
promises.
camps. Get it? Okay. Anyway, so that is enough of my yapping. Now I want to hear you yap. Why do you think Trump won? And what could the Democrats do to win 2028? Anyway, if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. Also, if you can,
Already
donate
subscribed.
to me on Patreon. Or
Already
you can
subscribed,
little
girl.
tip
I
with a
got
little
you.
tip jar down below somewhere. It helps the channel a
And
lot.
everybody else
and I
here must
appreciate it
subscribe
so
to her
much.
as
And I
well.
will see you very soon.
Okay, what's her new one then? Blame the voters responding to Democrat criticism.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Shoe0nHead channel. I am your host, Shoe0nHead.
Hey, girl.
You may know me on Reddit as generic far-right Fox News bigot. Or perhaps you know me as Commie Mommy. You people need help. Anyway, my last few videos about the election got a lot of attention, as well as brought a lot of new people to the channel. So everyone say hello to the new people. Please welcome the new people. Please be polite to them. Educate them on what to expect here. Just don't tell them about the contraption. But not all the attention I got from my election videos was good attention. So I've decided today I am going to respond to those critics. I figured it's been a while since I actually responded to a response that I've gotten on YouTube. It's very old school, very 2012 YouTube. All I need is a rant Sona and I'm set. So that is what we're going to do today. I am going to respond to criticism rationally and calmly.
Yay! Responding to critics.
I will be reacting to people's reactions of two different videos of mine, America is in Shambles and Downfall of the Democrats. If you haven't seen those videos, I will put them down in the description so you have more context. I highly suggest you watch them before you watch this video.
Okay, we watched one of them,
Pause this
it's fine.
video, go watch them. Don't worry, I will be right here. I've been here for 10 years. Will I be doing this in 10 more years? Will I be a 43-year-old e-girl? I guess we'll wait and see. Now, a lot has happened since my last video. It's been like, what, 2 months? That's like 10 years in internet time. There's so much going on in the news, it's honestly hard to keep up. Oh, that reminds me. I have an app for that. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, a sponsor I've been working with for many years now, Ground News. Ground News is a website and an but even not in a balanced way. Video. Well, Biden is gone, he is out of office, he has somehow completed a 4-year term, which means, that's right, Dave Rubin has to retire.
If Joe Biden completes a 4-year term, actually completes a 4-year term, I will retire.
It also means, once again, Trump has been inaugurated. And this time, all our favorite characters were there. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Jeff Bezos' wife's tits, Mark Zuckerberg. Frankly, it's disgusting seeing billionaires so openly and brazenly support our government officials. They should be doing it behind the scenes like they've been doing for decades. Ladies and gentlemen, the elites have officially bent the knee. And it seems with the popular vote came the sudden and long overdue death of woke capitalism. Rest in piss. Although I never did get to try those gay Oreos. You don't know what you got till it's gone. The inauguration was a beautiful celebration for Republicans, full of joy and whimsy, and a complete humiliation ritual for the Democrats. Bye, Joe. Thanks for all the fucking nothing. Your legacy will be having dementia, aiding a genocide, and handing the country over to Donald Trump on a silver platter. Executive order after executive order, pardon after pardon, Trump got to work enacting his mandate on day one. But even as all this is happening, Trump seems to be on this bizarre side quest to conquer Canada and Greenland. But if we're gonna annex Canada and make it great again, can we at least get their healthcare without the wait times or the assisted suicide? Can't there just be a normal healthcare system that doesn't put you in debt or offer to kill you if you are in debt? Jeez. Speaking of healthcare, an Italian-American Tucker Carlson fan from New York murdered a healthcare CEO.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't me. His name is Luigi Mangione, and he's currently the most thirsted after man in the world.
I'm in love with a criminal.
Ugh, women are so cooked, dude. Why can't they just be normal and make fan cams of the Unabomber like me?
My hero.
Now, I don't condone murder. That's it, I don't condone murder.
I don't think he did.
Murder is bad.
The more you know, guys. Woo!
But honestly, I don't even know what killing a healthcare CEO even does. It's a job position. The job position will be filled again. The goal should be get rid of the job position altogether. But it's really depressing that it took this for a conversation about the absolute scam that is the American health insurance system to go mainstream. Lord knows I've been shouting about it for long enough. But you know who doesn't need healthcare anymore? Jimmy Carter. Because he's dead. He died at the ripe age of 100, and I know what you're thinking. Vaxxed? But at his funeral, we all saw this. He's Hitler! He's Hitler! He's Hitler! He's Hitler! Oh, hey, buddy. I'm sorry, I seem to recall this man scolding the black community for voting for a racist, sexist fascist. And here he is, chatting it up with that very racist, sexist fascist. Gee, it's almost like they don't fucking believe it. Like, the Biden administration literally just named an aircraft after George W. Bush. George W. Bush! The literally Hitler from 20 years ago. In 20 years, we're going to have like a Navy fleet named after Trump. It's all fake. It's all big fake gay club and we're not in it. At the end of the day, these people would rather see the country burn to the ground than actually help the citizens in it. Literally.
Breaking now at 11, 16 people confirmed dead in the California wildfires. New fears the massive fires will only continue to grow.
There's no water coming out of the fire hydrant.
What do you mean you ran out of water? You're California! You're next to the goddamn Pacific Ocean, for fuck's sake! It was getting so bad people were using almond milk to put out the fire.
Almond milk?
California moment. Thousands of people have lost their homes, lives were destroyed, but thankfully the Biden administration sent $20 billion to rebuild California. That's amazing. Just kidding, that was for Israel. But thankfully Trump has frozen foreign aid for 90 days. Except for Israel. How are the Democrats doing since losing to Trump? Are they taking a step back and reevaluating their tactics and their platform? Are they looking for a real populist candidate to put up for 2028? What is their plan? Oh, God damn it. So let's get into these responses I got to my videos, shall we? Okay, I searched Shoe0nHead reaction and I'm scrolling through these videos and it's like anime girl, anime girl, anime girl, anime girl, anime boy.
She's calling out the VTubers.
Anime girl, anime girl, anime girl. I feel like I'm scrolling through the porn history of the average Shoe0nHead fan. Oh, by the way, I will link the videos I react to in the description down below, so you can watch the full videos, the full criticism if you want to. But if you do go to any of these people's channels, please be normal in the comments. We are all just people who have different opinions at the end of the day.
Anime girl,
if you have
anime
the urge
boy.
to call them like a libtard soy boy cuck in the comments,
Bruh, she didn't call me out. I'm not on that list.
You are a fine, distinguished gentleman. Have a wonderful afternoon. See? It's not that hard to control our anger.
This is a 17.5-minute video from a rich white person talking about how both parties are the exact same.
What a fine, distinguished gentleman. I hope he has a wonderful afternoon.
Who is her main audience? It's going to be all conservative types. Every single one. Every single one of these centrist people, their audiences are always conservatives. 100% of the time. Every single time. All of them.
Centrist type people. Okay, alright. Destiny has said that Kamala Harris is to the left of him on economics. Kamala Harris. That technically puts Destiny to the right of me on econ. Destiny has opinions that fall to the left and right of where I'm standing. I have opinions that fall to the left and right of where Destiny is standing. So, who is the centrist here? Or is centrism when you're a YouTuber who makes fun of both sides? And yeah, sure, sorry lefties and liberals and Democrats in my audience, you don't exist. You're all Republicans now. Take your complimentary Trump hat and liberal tears mug. Also, as a left-wing YouTuber, shouldn't having right-wingers in your audience kind of like be the goal? Who are you making content for if not? Do you just want to preach to a choir? If you want to watch someone who agrees with you 100%, just talk to a fucking mirror. I don't understand this criticism. I like that there are people with diverse opinions in my audience. It's so freeing. I'm not audience captured. I can say I want to bring back Ronald Reagan from the dead so I can kill him with my bare hands, and the right-wingers in my audience would just be like, haha, she's so funny. It's nice we can listen to alternative viewpoints.
Yeah,
I can fix her. Frankly, I know for a fact a lot of left-wing channels would kill for the audience demographic I have. Are you kidding me? How do we reach young men on the right? How do we get young men to listen to us? Skill issue.
It's hard for me to know, bro. I honestly can't tell with a lot of these people. I wish I could just get them in a room and get them like shit-faced and we could just like have a conversation where it's like, do you understand, like, you know that like all your fans are conservative, right? You know that like everything you do is conservative, right? Can you tell that? Are you aware of that?
Okay, first of all, getting drunk with Destiny and having him all up in my face like, you know you're a conservative, right? You know your audience is conservative, right? Sounds like a fucking nightmare. I think I would throw up and cry.
Me too.
This is all especially funny coming from someone like him, who's also constantly called a centrist and a right-winger and a Nazi because he has opinions that fall outside of the left-wing internet bubble. Like, I have seen people say these exact criticisms of Destiny, that his audience is full of incels and right-wingers. You know, Destiny, at the end of the day, we're not so different, you and I.
People like Tim Pool I know are intentionally lying, 100%. But for somebody like this, like all of the other centrist types that get swept up in the middle that end up just being like mass conservative propagandists, I'm not sure.
What? I'm sorry. Mass conservative propaganda? I'm so tired of defending myself like this, though. Frankly, I've seen what makes someone a progressive to these people. So I don't really mind when they call me conservative. I'll take it, Destiny. Conservative, centrist, whatever. Someone did die. One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was protecting his family. It's one thing to make fun of a failed assassination attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock or criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. The guy didn't have any power. He wasn't a politician. He was just a dude. I don't like...
He wasn't just a dude. He was a guy that was posting a ton of inflammatory shit on his social media, who was at a rally for one of the most inflammatory candidates of all time, but...
A dude wasn't just a dude and deserved to die because he posted inflammatory shit online? My brother in Christ, you do that. I do that. We all do that. Yeah. All right, I'm done with this one. I'm done. I don't know what I expected. I honestly expected better. I did not expect this.
Damn,
hopefully
girl.
The next person is more sane. So let's go.
This is called America is in Shambles. I'm excited to see what this is.
Build Back Better, Agenda 47. Let me introduce you to the Shoe New Deal. Bring back the red Pizza Hut cups.
What is this video? Is this just, are we just gonna be like, America's in shambles and we're just gonna, haha, I'm a shit poster, I don't care because nothing affects me? Right, like it's just like disaffected memes or something? This is what we're doing?
I love how he's so confused about the concept of an opening skit. I don't understand. Where's the 500 paragraphs of text? I've been very busy, as some of you know now, and as some of you guessed, I have recently had a baby. And as it turns out, that takes up a lot of your time. And it...
Ugh.
Wait, why did he go, ugh? Why did he go, ugh? Nearly 40-ass-year-old man. Come on, Jake. Tick-tock. Time to settle down and have some children. Those sperms are drying up.
They might already be drying up.
Oh, yeah. He's winning.
Oh, yeah, he's winning. Cope?
Bullet just grazed his ear because he turned at the last second to look at some immigration chart. Being racist literally saved his life. There's a lesson in that.
There's a lesson in being racist. Cool, dude. Like, she lampshades that's just a joke, wink wink, and then like the dumbass f***ing zoomer coomer that's in her comments down here does not think she's joking, thinks she's dog whistling, which she is, and is totally like, yeah, I love being racist. Being racist is good. It makes me survive bullets or some shit now.
Oh no, I'm going to influence vulnerable Zoomers into believing racism makes them bulletproof. What are you saying, bro? The dog whistles. The dog whistles. Cool, a fucking joke. There's no dog whistle. There's no mask. It's a joke. It's a joke about racism, yes! Somehow knew that roof would be unguarded, laid down and aimed a rifle at the former president without being noticed. This was insane incompetence or they let it happen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
now
bound
she's
to happen
doing
at some point.
Conspiracy theories? She watches Fox News now all the time. You could see it.
I'm leaning more towards the former because if you look at our bridges
Why?
and airplanes,
Why did he say you can see it?
America's
Is
in
it because she's a
shambles.
girl?
First of all, why the fuck would I watch Fox News?
Who the
Tucker
fuck
Carlson
watches
isn't on there
Fox
anymore.
News?
Also, I love how he paused before I finished my sentence. Said a thing he thought epically owned me, then unpaused and I continued and said the opposite of what he thought I would say. His fan fiction of me that believes in Fox News conspiracies turned out not to be real. The man is out here fighting ghosts. He's fighting his schizophrenic thoughts. He took too much cough syrup and I appeared in the corner of his room talking about Fox News. People were laughing about how some of the cops protecting Trump were women and like, come on now, that's sexist. They were making these awful memes like this.
So, and then you just do the sexist joke. You go, that's sexist, but I don't care. You know what you're doing, dude.
Yes, I do know what I am doing. I am making jokes. I am
Yeah.
making jokes about sexism and racism. Yes. Again, no mask, no dog whistles. I am blatantly just saying these things.
Yep.
White Women for Harris meeting raised millions, broke Zoom.
Yep.
Oh, but when I want to have a whites-only meeting, I'm called a racist.
Wow, cool, dude. That's a really sick fucking KKK joke.
Oh my god!
This guy isn't even debunking anything. He's just like, you made a joke. Okay? And? You are in the wrong neighborhood. That doesn't work here.
Bro.
We have fun here, sir.
We have
Morgan
fun.
writes her scripts, that joke confirms it, dude. It's so bad.
A woman making a joke? I bet her boyfriend wrote that. Wow! Sexist much? Dog whistle? Also, kind of a random tangent, but like, I've gotten this actually unironically in like innocent ways. Like, who writes your stuff? Give props to your editor. I write my own stuff. I edit my own stuff. I've been doing it for 10 years. I still use iMovie to edit. I do have an assistant who helps me get sponsorships and
Love
edits the
iMovie.
sponsor segments. But if I could hire anyone to do anything, it would be to be the person in front of the camera. That is my least favorite part. I love
That's why I
writing,
hide
love
behind my
editing.
character.
I hate this. Maybe I'll just pull a Daily Wire one day and do a little switcheroo and replace myself with someone else. I'll just tell Moist
Just become a
Critical to shave
VTuber,
his
you're
beard.
good.
None of you will know the difference. Basically, if I could be a VTuber, I would.
Yes!
And I give myself pink hair.
Do it!
Big anime titties.
Do it!
Alright, moving on. One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was protecting his family. But there were people like mocking this, which is insane to me. Like, it's one thing to make fun.
Well, he was a racist, so he caught a bullet for no fucking reason.
I am all for her doing like a VTuber video. I am behind that 100%. I would fucking love to see that, and if she wants to make shit jokes on it, please do it. I would fucking love that. That would make
like
my day.
Trump rally, right? It's like being upset the Nazi got hit at the
I've
Nazi
watched.
rally, right?
Oh my god,
I've
no,
watched Brett
justifying
Cooper
it. A innocent Trump supporter that died.
He's not innocent, actually. He went to a Trump rally, supported Donald Trump publicly.
Am I going insane? I'm crashing out, bro. I'm crashing out.
If you were a better person, you wouldn't be at a Trump rally. You feel me? So, yeah.
If you were a better person, like me, a person who thinks people who disagree with me should be shot and killed, then this wouldn't have happened. Unreal! Okay, on to the last response to this particular video. Let's hope this guy is a little better.
Welcome to America is in Shambles by Shoe0nHead. So Shoe0nHead is a person that exists. If you don't know who Shoe0nHead is, she basically postures herself as a centrist.
I literally call myself a left-wing What? Also, I didn't know they made a Vosh 2. Who is this guy? Alec Gunter. Shoe0nHead's brain-dead election analysis.
She used to be buddies with some of the left-leaning people. Used to be in favor of Bernie Sanders, but kind of went full populist.
Bernie is a populist, so this makes no sense. Oh, she used to like Bernie, but now she's more of a populist. What? Are we just equating populism with right-wing now? Is that what's going on here?
Basically just posturing for her incel followers. Right, her alt-right incel followers.
The shoe simps, or as I like to call them, the SS.
And making them feel smart because she looks at both sides, right? She's a centrist.
First of all, I don't make my audience feel smart. My audience is fucking retarded. They know this. Second of all, why wouldn't you look at both sides? Like, why shouldn't you be criticizing your side, too? Unless you're like a total ideologically cucked hack. You're not that. Right, Alec? Right?
Here's Shoe0nHead.
Right.
America is in shambles.
My fellow Americans, I regret to inform you that it is that time again. Election time. Every 4 years we have to deal with this. Are you voting for the red files or the blue files? The red drone strikes or the gay?
Okay, right off the bat, the red is way worse. See, she's like immediately playing the centrist angle, and I just...
Bro.
There's no comparison between the two.
Do they all not know what a bit is? I'm doing both sides bad because I'm a candidate running against Kamala and Trump. Do they not know what a skit is? A drone strikes.
Apparently
dead
not.
Palestinians or dead Palestinians? We're tired of it. They should just pick one.
Okay, well, the dead Palestinians thing was pretty true. I'll give her that.
Sexist joke, racist joke, ableist joke. Palestine. There's just no way Trump is losing. It would take something like, I don't know, Trump getting shot in the head at a rally in Pennsylvania. Oh God, we're coming up to the Trump rally part. Please be normal about this. One thing to make fun of a failed assassination attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock or criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. Please give me some hope for left-wing YouTube, please.
The Trump supporter that died, he was most likely a fascist. And I mean, he was at a Trump rally, man. What do you expect? Like, he probably wanted trans people to die.
Probably. He probably
Wow!
has opinions, so it's okay for him to die. Even if he did, which you don't know, but even if he did, that doesn't mean he should be fucking killed. He's just a fucking guy. He's a guy who can even change his opinions one day. Who knows? I know for a fact a shit ton of people in these people's audiences used to be Trump supporters, used to be transphobic or whatever. Every single fucking day I log on and I watched Ben Shapiro and was a Trump supporter, but now I watch ContraPoints and I'm a good person. So back when you were a Trump supporter, these people think it's okay if you got shot. Convenient for them that they were born morally lucky and they came out of the womb as leftists. I'm actually going insane. I'm becoming the Joker. I thought at least one of them would have a normal take on this. But no. Behold! This is my circus. These are my monkeys.
I think, okay, so let's check the comments real quick. I just want to see. Here's her audience, okay?
Oh no, he's checking comments. Oh no, he's checking comments. No.
Never check the
Having
comments.
a baby and retiring, Shoe has become a trad wife. The only reason America is in shambles is because Shoe hasn't uploaded a Hell World in 2 years. Kamala, don't come. Trump, I'm gonna come. America. If there's any reason to vote for Kamala, it's just to make Hillary extremely mad is probably the best campaign slogan yet. Okay, they all just seem like memers.
Oh my God.
Okay, good. Diagnosis memers.
I don't know. I think that Shoe is just kind of a memer. I don't think she's a bad person.
Oh good, YouTuber Alec Gunter doesn't think I'm a bad person. I must postpone my suicide at once. Okay, this next video people are responding to is the one I made after the election called The Downfall of the Democrats. Let's see what people had to say about this one. Okay, this guy is called Hutch. This fucking title, Shoe0nHead takes an election victory lap? What video did this dude watch? The Shoe0nHead from Earth 2? Hat on foot?
Actually project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Do you really think that the Democratic Party is fighting for you? The overwhelming answer is no.
I am so frustrated with this argument because policy can only get you so far. Like, good policy is good, and we should do good policy. For sure.
For
I don't think we should adopt Republican policies.
Wait, what argument? You just watched a mom.
Is it bad? I kind of want to break that guy's glasses and I just want to take them and just snap them in half.
Montage of Trump winning. Where did I say adopt Republican policies? I haven't even said anything in this video yet. I haven't even appeared on screen. Who are these people responding to? There she goes, hat on foot, making videos talking about adopting Republican policies.
I think we should pursue progressive policies. I think we should pursue policies that help working class people across this country, whatever the term working class means now, because it's so nebulous at this point.
I like that the term working class is now nebulous. Now that they're losing the working class, it's like, pfft, working class. What does that even mean? Is it too late for the Democratic Party, or can they turn this around? Will the Democrats learn from this?
To be clear, in 2016, it was the same discourse. Is this the end of the Democratic Party? Dems in disarray. Are they ever going to recover from this? It's the same discourse every single time.
Okay, but Kamala did historically bad. She did not flip a single County, a Republican won the popular vote. A Republican. Do you know how rare that is? And all the data shows young people, black people, Latinos, women moving more right. Now, could this be a Trump-only thing? Sure. And as I said in my video, there could be a pendulum swing and we'll get like another Obama after Trump, or the Democrats wake up and actually run a good populist candidate. I don't rule this out, but to pretend this wasn't a particularly bad loss is just straight up delusional. From blaming the American people to blaming Joe Rogan, the Democrats and the media are having a hard time coping with their loss, and
this logic that you can't blame voters for the outcome of elections is insane to me. There's no responsibility on the voters? Like none whatsoever? Who else am I supposed to?
You blame your party that loss. Yeah. You blame your candidate. Why were the American people more willing to vote for the guy who did January 6th over your candidate full of hope and joy and rainbows and unicorns or whatever? Is it because the voters are just all stupid idiots? Or is there something a little less simple that you just want to avoid talking about? Taking a step back and looking in the mirror is gonna do you real good. Democrats don't have a messaging problem. America has a racism problem. Kamala ran a flawless campaign in 100 days, and I refuse to let y'all gaslight me into believing anything other than that.
Did she just put up 2 random Twitter users? Do we know who those people are? Who were those people? I don't even know who those. I'm pretty sure they were just random people.
Random Twitter users whose posts went viral, yes. It's a small sample of the discourse happening amongst the people, which is pretty important to show. I know the concept of listening to average everyday people is completely foreign to you, but it is important to show what people are saying about their country's election, not just what politicians and the media are saying.
The Democratic Party, we have to contend with progressives that are constantly shitting on the Democratic Party for not being socialist enough. And we have to contend with MAGA, who are constantly shitting on the Democratic Party for, eating children and worshiping Satan.
And then you got the weirdos who believe both those things.
For people like Shoe0nHead, it's like, okay, it's easy, man. You just don't be woke, don't be feminist,
don't be woke.
Don't root for like black lesbians in Disney shows.
What the fuck?
And then just do socialist policies.
All right, back up. I am not delusional. I do not want to implement socialist policies in America because, first of all, I do not trust America to do those correctly. I'm talking about basic, normal, social democratic policies like Norway and Denmark have. Universal paid family leave, universal health care, at least a public option, better transportation like a high-speed rail, better protection for workers, higher wages, blah, blah, blah. And yes, no woke shit. Do you know how popular a platform like that would be? You get a candidate up there like that, you're winning all 50 states.
So, I would love to hear what she suggests besides just like elect Bernie Sanders.
Put up a good politician. That is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Someone who actually cares about the working class. Not Bernie Sanders. He's like 100 years old. Someone like Bernie Sanders, sure. Bernie Sanders with more of a spine. Combine Trump and Bernie Sanders. I am committing voter fraud and voting for that man 300 times. I am storming the Capitol for Donald Sanders. After this, the Democrats are going to move right in the dumbest ways. They're going to become like the new neocons, but gay.
I think they will too. And one of the reasons why they're going to do that is because they know people like you are not a reliable voter. Wow. You're not.
You are correct. I am not a reliable voter. I will not vote blue no matter who. And guess what?
Blue no matter who.
Most of the country is like me. Does that scare you? Good. Me not being a reliable voter is not an excuse for Democrats to not listen to voters like me. If anything, it's the complete opposite. They should be trying to get the votes from people like me. Politicians and parties are not owed your vote. They have to earn it. They have to work for it. And many people thought the Democrats did not work for it. In fact, I don't even think they wanted to win, but that's a whole nother can of worms I don't want to open right now. Large factions of the left condescendingly believe that dumb people are the reason Trump won in 2016 and won again in 2024. And that
Well,
for sure, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Vance, when you win 2028, put me somewhere in communications. Let me run your Twitter account. I'm a millennial too. Nobody will know the difference. Plus, we wear the same amount of eyeliner. Okay, that is enough hutch for one lifetime, thank you. Next, please let the next person be sane. Please save my brain cells. Come majestically galloping in to save us.
Oh, holy shit.
I know this lady.
I take back the galloping part.
Can I be real with you guys? People are going to hate me for this one.
Oh.
I stand by the criticisms that I've made of Shoe0nHead, but I will say this. If Shoe had been a respected voice in the Democrat consultancy circles, Kamala might not have lost. I have criticized her so many times for the populist brain rot, but oh boy, if anyone could use populist brain rot driven right into their skulls right now, it would be the Democrats. 28 minutes, and we have 25 minutes till stream ends. And I have to read donos. I don't know about that one, Chief. There's probably stuff in here that I maybe can watch in the future.
Wait, he doesn't even watch the video? Watch the video, coward! This is an official call to the shoe simps. Calling the SS! We attack at dawn. Go tell Vosh to watch the video. This is bullshit. I was clickbaited. On to the next guy. Okay, this guy is called Uninformed Leftist. Let's see if he lives up to his name.
Oh, so let's get into this. Shoe0nHead made another video. It's called The Downfall of the Democrats.
Oh, big congratulations to Tim Walz on being the first white male DEI hire. It didn't f***ing work. The DNC...
Okay, so
Jesus, he
Tim
paused
Walz
so
is
much
not
in the first 5 seconds.
White male DEI hire. Joe Biden's been a white male DEI hire. George Bush is. Mitt Romney was. Every single f***ing president has been a white male DEI hire. Both the Democrats and the Republicans realize that America is a white supremacist country. Thus, we must run white people. So saying that Tim Walz is the first DEI hire is a little bit telling. And what is it telling?
A joke. It's telling a joke.
Well, it's telling that Shoe0nHead, like the topic of race and gender, is very on the front of her mind.
Oh my god.
What?
Now listen, do I think it's true that Kamala Harris lost because she's black and she's a woman?
Please say no, please say no, please say no.
Honestly, yes, I do.
Oh, fuck.
Obama is black and did phenomenally. Hillary is a woman and won the popular vote. I hate this delusion and this cope that Kamala lost because she's a black woman. No. If she was a white man, would she have maybe won a little more votes? Sure, I'm not denying the existence of racist misogynists. I'm looking at one right now. But enough votes that she would win? Absolutely not.
A district that's 97% Latino went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the, no,
That's
it's on
why.
the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
So-
and they were begging people to care about it for years. We
Misogyny
need to
and
take some
sexism.
There's
It's
a
cooked.
lot of misogynistic Latino men. Like there's a lot of misogynistic men in general, but Latino men, like they're fairly Christian, they're fairly conservative, and misogyny goes hand in hand with those two. So
Latino men are misogynists? Yeah? Is that why the f***ing president of Mexico is a woman and has like an 80% approval rating? Maybe Kamala Harris just f***ing suck. You ever consider that? Maybe going, nothing's gonna change when I'm president, f***ing sucks. After the election, a YouTuber I am subscribed to uploaded a video called How the Right is Winning Young Men.
I have such mixed feelings about this. I do. Unpopular though it is on the left to like give grace to the male loneliness epidemic. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm picking my words carefully so the leftists don't murder me. Like, don't rake me over the coals for this. But I think that I understand.
I love this
I
guy's
have to pick my
nails.
words carefully so my own movement doesn't attack me for caring about men's issues. You see the issue?
Shoe0nHead, again, doesn't really offer any analysis. She makes a joke. So essentially, what is her joke? Her joke is that the guy's gay.
What? Oh, we're streaming from Earth 2 again. Here comes Hat on Foot, hating the gays again. The joke was not about him being gay.
Girl.
There wasn't even a joke. My point was that he's nervous to talk about men's issues in fear of the left attacking him, and it shouldn't be that way.
That's pretty gross from Shoe0nHead.
Oh
Do
my
I need to spell that
God.
out for you? She does this whole like gay impression.
Gay impression? That's literally what he f***ing sounded like. These people have like terminal identity politics brain.
All right, let's just read a few comments.
Oh no, not again. I swear to God, if you guys embarrass me in front of Hassan 2 here, I will turn this video around and we are going home.
Shoe0nHead dropping the hard truth bombs as usual. Bro, at least Bernie Sanders got to say a big I told you so. Okay, that's kind of, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of hope. Democrats forgot they had to be likable. Okay, that's kind of true. You can't hide your monster addiction by putting it on Y class, June. Okay, that's a good point. They will learn nothing and blame everyone. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Okay, he's just agreeing with all the comments. I love that they keep doing this. I love that they keep checking the comments, expecting some like terrible shit, and it's just like pee poo poo 69 going epic video, mommy. Okay, so that was terrible. Next.
Hi, my name's Anthony Jones. I like to talk about politics and the culture war
love his
in
accent.
the UK and America. Today I'm going to react to Shoe0nHead's most recent video, Downfall of the Democrats, the Truth About the 2024 Election.
Aw, this guy looks like a wizard. He's like a jolly little garden gnome. I don't even mean that in a mean way. He just looks whimsical, like he's gonna help me on a quest through some enchanted forest. Please be sane and normal, gnome bro. I am running out of hope.
Yeah, Trump objectively is the representative of
It
the
doesn't
working
affect
class.
me, so I support
Traditionally,
neither
it was
because
Latinos, blacks.
I don't live there. I don't
People
care.
would vote for Democrats. Now it's highly educated people who
I think
vote
the guy
for
is high.
Democrats and actually
Look at
working
his eyes,
class
they're like,
people who traditionally would vote Democrat have voted for Donald Trump. This is a massive change in the demographics, and people want something different. They don't want the same old, and that's what Kamala Harris represented. And this is essentially why she failed to appeal to voters.
Yes! No bro is normal. Oh my god, how refreshing.
Winning.
Yes, 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 yes. We're so fucking back, gnome bros. Okay, let's keep listening. Let's not get our hopes up. Everyone was so sure dangerous, devious, dastardly Donald would never make his way back into the White House to steal democracy. And he did it. With democracy.
Democracy has been bought in America. It really has. The idea that influence is like objective and everyone's informed and it's a level playing field for both sides is simply not true. Democracy implies the voters were informed, they knew what they were voting for, they weren't lied to, they weren't sold misinformation. People are massively misinformed on Donald Trump. They were lied to, they don't believe a lot of the accusations against him. It's more complex. And it is actually very complex.
It's really not that complicated. It's exactly what you said earlier. Trump offered something, Kamala offered nothing. Whether you agree with the vision or not, Trump had a vision. It's like in 2016 when Hillary Clinton made that America is already great hat. No one wants to fucking hear this. No one believes that. You have to give the people a vision. A lot of them don't believe what the media says about Trump because a lot of them don't trust the media, and I'm gonna be so dead ass. Do you blame them? As a Bernie bro, as a Bernard brethren, do you blame them? It's up to the media to prove themselves trustworthy, and in my opinion, they just haven't done that. The mainstream, corporate media, liberal and right-wing, does not have a good reputation. Oh my god, that reminds me, I was watching Fox Business the other morning. Don't ask. But holy shit, you think right-wing media online is bad? What the f*** are the boomers watching? Also, Kristi Noem showed up on the TV, and my baby was like, Mama. Really, bro? Okay, last one. I'm ready. Let's go. This guy is called Dima the Show. Okay, Dima, what do you have for us?
Dima the Show.
I don't know what to predict here. I've only seen 2 Shoe0nHead videos, and I follow her on Twitter. She hasn't been very active on Twitter recently. I don't know why. I think she got married and had a kid. But either way, from what I remember of her Twitter, it was fairly progressive. Some little, tidbits of, radical, centrist, reactionary stuff, a little bit here and there.
I like how just, nobody understands me. America is so terminally left-right brained, dude. You can talk about how you want workplace democracy all day, but if you also say something like, I think we should make it harder for children to access porn or something, people are like, oh, I don't know, she's some kind of centrist? What? Anyway, I got a lot of comments on my last video like, wait, you're left-wing and you hate the Democrats? Yeah, man.
Okay, so is she coming out as left-wing? Just do it.
Yeah, man, that's a pretty common thing. If you're shocked that I'm left-wing, maybe that's a sign you need to take a step back and evaluate some of the preconceived stereotypes you have of people. Not all of us are crazy blue-haired socialists. No. Some of us are crazy brown-haired socialists. But for those of
Hey, yo!
Ugh, why is he soying out? I hate this. I'm never gonna call myself a socialist again.
For someone like her with such a diverse audience,
Get him, Shoe, get him.
who gets, millions and millions of views on her videos, someone like her with this much reach, with this much of an audience, and say, hey, look at me, I'm a left-wing socialist, I think is good for the cause.
I don't want to be good for the cause. I'm a rebel. I'm not one of you. You don't love me. Sorry, I'm just burned by all the other videos. I'm like an abused cat lashing out at a new adoptive owner. He's out here handing me a treat like pss, 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 and I'm like, let's relax.
So, okay, fellas, she said she's a socialist. She said she's left-wing. Why do we hate her?
That's such a weird, like, thing to say. She's one of us. She agrees with us politically. Why do we hate her? I don't know. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole.
Kamala Harris being, you know, a person of color, is that going to have an effect on some amount of people? Sure it will. Is that why she lost?
Don't say it. Don't say it, please.
I don't think so.
Thank you. Oh my god, the bar is low. Young men did come out and support Trump, and apparently for the reasons I and many others predicted. We asked young men why they voted for Donald Trump. Here's what they said. What appealed to him about Donald Trump was that his campaign was not coming after us. He was highlighting the American people, which we are. It doesn't matter what color you are, what you may identify as. Since I wasn't excluded, I resonated with it.
See? That is a dumb person. That is a fucking idiot.
Okay. I'm doing the thing they do. I'm pausing before he finishes his sentence. Let's hear him out. When you tell a young white guy, hey, you're an oppressor, and because you're white, you have privileges that your black and Hispanic peers didn't have, and you're inherently at fault, or you're guilty for that, which is what a lot of the left wings or Democrats are saying.
Yeah, I mean, you are, as a white person, you do have, you know, systemic privileges that people of color in this country don't have for a variety of reasons. That's just the truth.
All right, we're gonna disagree here. Now you will see why. Now you will see why they hate me. The only privilege that exists is class privilege. Poor, working class, middle class white people, poor, working class, middle class black people have the same amount of privilege. None. A rich black person has more privilege than a white poor person. Telling a white college-age man who's struggling to pay off student loans, who can't afford a house, who can't find a job, that he's part of systemic racism and privilege, good f***ing luck.
We're not racist, we're not misogynistic. I mean, see, this is, again, I have to say, actually, we all kind of are racist. But that's boring, that's complex, that takes nuance, that takes time, and no one wants to f***ing hear that shit. Of course that's not gonna f***ing resonate. How do you make it resonate? Maybe you can make it fun.
Make it fun?
What?
Hey, white people! You're inherently racist!
I'm drooling.
What?
But I don't think there's a way to, you know, put lipstick on the progressive messaging pig. Like, I don't know if we can win on messaging alone.
Because it's not the messaging. It's not how you are selling the product. It's the product. These guys are being alienated from progressive messaging, not because it's complicated, but because it's stupid and regressive. Young men are tired of being told to pay for the sins of their great-grandfathers. Full stop. That's it. And people aren't just going systemic racism exists. Like, yeah, maybe that's what you're doing. I don't think you're some kind of like woke SJW or whatever.
Bro,
to pretend
at
like that's
14? Holy
the only
shit.
thing people are doing. It's kind of a cope. You're in denial. Corporations were literally hiring Robin DiAngelo to give PowerPoint presentations to workers on how to be less white. This was a thing that happened. I remember Coca-Cola doing it specifically. Coca-Cola, which, by the way, the CEO of Coca-Cola is now openly praising Trump and like hanging out with him. Corpo moment. They really saw the popular vote and were like, later homos. God, I miss the 90s. I feel like we really had race relations down back then. I don't see color. That worked. That was great. Why did we get rid of that? After the election, one of the only politicians I've seen who is actively trying to understand why people voted the way that they did is AOC. When I met her, I whispered into her ear, "Take the pronouns out of your bio." And she did. Anyway, after the election, AOC found out that a ton of people voted for her down ballot, but also voted for Trump for president on the same ticket. Curious, she took to her Instagram to ask people why they did that. And these were some of their answers. I feel like Trump and you are both real. It's real simple. Trump and you care for the working class.
Ugh. Trump and you care for the working class. Just complete, diametrically opposed entities. AOC and Donald Trump. Insane, man.
Do you know how many people used to like Bernie Sanders and now vote for Donald Trump, and vice versa? There are so many conservatives I know who used to be Bernie Sanders supporters. Is it because Bernie and Trump are so much alike? No. But their rhetoric, how they spoke, who they spoke to, who they fought for or claimed to fight for, the forgotten man, the American worker. This is populism, and throughout history, populism could be used for good or for evil. And like I said in many of my videos, if you don't understand this, you're never gonna get it. Maybe this is a one-time thing, maybe it's just because of Trump or inflation, or maybe the meme is coming true. Maybe Republicans are the new party of the working class. Democrats.
That's just so insane, man.
See, this is one reason I don't see why you should blame the voters. Like, obviously the Democratic Party is doing something wrong if blue-collar, working-class people of all races are moving towards the Republican Party. And the Democrats are only gaining with old women and coastal elites. The voters don't see you as the party for the little guy. They see a literal billionaire as the party for the little guy. You are doing something wrong!
I hope the male loneliness epidemic eats you MAGA scum alive. I hope you feel a hole in your soul and feel unloved until your dying day. I hope you rot in your deathbed, wondering why women looked at you like you had rabies your whole life as your eyes closed for the last.
I'm not gonna defend this. This is not good or healthy.
Honestly, Gnome Bro and this guy have been pretty reasonable. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not all Democrats are doomed. Maybe there is a chance a Democrat wins 2028. Maybe some really do get it.
Some liberals use the occasion to look down upon the icky dummies who are too stupid to know they shouldn't vote for Trump.
Yeah, register whatever user.
I mean, where's the lie?
So that was that video. That is all I can take. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not sending their best. Despite it all, it was fun doing a reaction video to people's reaction of me. But that is enough of
And
my
we were
yakking.
reacting
Now
to
I
you,
wanna hear
reacting
you
to
yak.
them.
Do you
That's
think
crazy.
Democrats will learn their lesson? Do you think a pendulum swing is going to happen in 2028? If you like this video, please consider donating to me on Patreon, link down below. Or if you want to give a little one-time donation, there's like a little tip jar somewhere here. It really helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys with a new video soon.
Okay. So, I want to watch more of her, but my phone's dying. I want to watch more, but my phone is dying. Why am I over here? Hello? There we go. Yeah, my phone's at like 3%. My phone's dying. Do you guys want to do this next Saturday again? I want to watch more of her videos. Do you guys want to do it on Saturday again? Next Saturday?
We can do it again.
There's still, like, she still has a lot of fucking... A lot of videos. And I want to watch a lot of them. I don't want to watch them with you guys. So we can do this again next Saturday, same time. That's cool. Yeah. Well, we love her. She'll never see this, but we love her, right? Right, guys? Say we love Shoe. Say we love her. Bruh, we're gonna experience everything. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, so we'll watch more of her videos next weekend. And if you guys obviously can't attend, the VOD will be there when we do that next weekend. But tomorrow We are playing 2 new games. We are playing Papa's Pizzeria Deluxe and My Sweet Housemate. Yes, of course. Join the Discord if you haven't as well. We talk shit in there, so please join if you haven't. And yeah, my phone's gonna die, and like it's at 1% now. I'm playing with death at the moment. I'm playing with death right now. I'm gonna go before it dies completely. So I'll see you guys tomorrow if you want to come hang out when we stream tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. I'm going down this rabbit hole and I'm ready for it. So yeah, let's go. See you guys later. Okay, bye. Goodbye.